I'm not sure if you guys can hear it because Oscar doesn't have a mic right now, but we're having the players meeting, and I'm just trying to listen real closely to the rules. You're telling me, Adam?
I guess Brian's running.
Oh, really? No. Awesome. I saw Dez putting the bracket together. Brian probably is helping out if he's here. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, hey everybody, hey Adam Stickles out there, Randy Walker, thanks for, it's on YouTube, Randy. So there's 48 players. Is that what we heard?
48 players.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, pull the mic through. And we can actually, let's close the door because it's going to get pretty noisy out there for the next little bit.
Yeah.
Mind if I swing this way, John? John, can you pull the chair over? Sorry. There we go. Cool. Yeah, it's going to get a little rowdy until they settle into the tables. So we got 48 players. Oscar just clarified that it said on the flyer that it was Derby City Classic rules, but a couple of the changes we're not using because they made a couple changes this year. One of the specific ones is at Derby City this year, you can't jump the cue ball off the table while pocketing a ball. And if you do that, the pocketed ball stays down. Like they're forcing you to follow the ball in the pocket. So we're not doing that. Oscar says jumping the ball off the table has been part of the game for 40 years, so we're not changing it. And I forget what the other one was, but anyway, yeah.
It's old school rules with one change. If you make a ball in your pocket on the break, it's a re-rack.
Right, yeah. Yeah, so pretty much the same rules that we've been playing here at Hard Times for
quite a few years.
Yeah, exactly. So, so I think I'm actually going to go step out and take a look at the draw.
Yeah, take a look at the draw, and we'll try to start off with an interesting match. We've got players, a lot of regular players here. Hard Times has a ton of one-pocket players.
Right.
And we've always got a few strangers. There's a few guys here from Arizona. I know one of their best rotation players, Nick DeLeon, is here. He's playing in it, and he brought some friends with him. They figure they can play. Billy Palmer is out of retirement, people. So that's great to see him here. He quit playing for 6-7 years, and he's back. He played at the tournament at California Billiards, their monthly tournament, and I think he came in about third. Pretty good for a guy.
Wow,
that's a tough tournament.
Yeah,
I used to play in that tournament every month. It is a very tough tournament, and we're going to have a lot of fun. We'll get the list of players. We'll set up some good matches for you. I would encourage you to ask questions, and we'll do our best to answer them. This is John Henderson. I'm thrilled to be. I can't play right now, so I'm thrilled to be doing a little commentating.
Yeah,
with
thrilled
Collins.
to be here with you. I'm gonna try not to go too far down the rabbit hole with some of these situations, but I'm excited to pick your brain with things that come up on the table because I'm learning the game right now, and I'm currently in the process of falling in love with it. So, yeah.
That's what happens if you play it long enough.
Yeah.
I fell in love with it over 50 years ago, and I was an action guy for into my 80s, and just loved the game. And any pool player that loves pool, if they get into one pocket, they're going to love it too. They hated it first, as you did.
Yeah, I could not stand it for a while.
As you did. So. As you did. We're going to have some good matches. We're going to have some who knows matches, but we're going to have a good time. And if you're not doing anything tonight or tomorrow, join us for some one pocket.
Yeah, please hang out. Yeah. I'll be right back, John. Let's go see.
Okay, we're going to go see who we can line up. They're doing the draw right now, and see who we can line up for our first match. And hello to all my onepocket.org friends out there. I know there's some of you watching. Been a while since you've heard me on the mic. We'll get this ball rolling. I think they might, with this many players, they probably play 2 rounds tonight. So we could be here to, well after midnight, depending on how long the matches goes. Races to 3 on both sides, winners and one loss bracket. And then we're going to finish tomorrow. So who knows how long we're going to be here tomorrow. I will try to be here for all of it, but we'll see what happens. We'll get back with you as soon as we get a match lined up.
John, they're already assigning tables, and they got a great match for us.
Who do we have?
We're going to have Amar Kang playing Rudy Astocky.
Okay, these are two of the best players in here in hard times. If Amar, I believe, has won this tournament once and been second once, and this was when we had all the champions here. So if he's been playing, he's a force to be reckoned with. And, but like all players, he takes some time off sometimes, but it looks like he's a perfectionist. I've played him many times myself.
Yeah, I love watching Amar play.
Amar Kang, for those that don't know, is Tony Chohan's cousin. And they were young guys and first went on the road. I think their first stop was Texas years ago. Amar was considered the best player. And Tony just exploded, and as we know now, he's one of the best players in the world, and at times the best. Too bad he's not here visiting family, but they've got a big tournament showing up next week, where
right. The Turning Stone, right?
First prize, or not, yeah, but he's got a one pocket tournament going too that Pool Action TV will be streaming. And I think, they have huge Calcuttas in those tournaments.
Right.
And, there's more money won in the Calcutta
by
than
multiple
in the prize fund. I mean,
multiple times, right? It's
like, top players go for 8,000 or 10,000 in some of those tournaments.
Right.
And same guys buy the top players. I'm going to take a little second and post something on AZ so they know what to do it.
Yeah, Avinash is playing. This is his first big one pocket tournament. He hardly plays in the regular Sunday one pocket tournaments, but he showed up the last couple of weeks and he's been enjoying it. It's so funny though that they pull Amar and Rudy for table 4, and they were both warming up here.
That's usually how it goes.
Right. That's interesting, Adam. Do you where'd you hear that? Adam Stickle says a few of the big names are backing out of the Turning Stone too. Is it for that tournament, you think?
Well, back there probably for COVID might have something to do with it.
Oh, maybe, yeah. Corey, we got 48 players. 48 players. I'm going to lose the sweater here. Hey, Sean Glass, thanks for clicking the like button. Yeah, all you diehards that are out there, I know there's a handful of you. We had 15 people on the stream like within 2 minutes of going live. Don't forget to share it. The earlier you do that on these streams, the more exposure we're going to get on Facebook and on YouTube too. So Randy, I'll post the YouTube stream link and I'll pin it in the chat here. Yeah, if you'd rather watch on YouTube, or if you need to watch on YouTube, like if you want to watch it on your TV or something, that's the way to do it. So there we go. Cool.
Easier for me to look up there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you can read the comments easier. Try to make it as big as possible.
PostUp is streaming this. I'm just the commentator.
Right.
But thank you for thanking us.
Yeah, thank you, John, John reached out as soon as the event was announced. He was reaching out saying, I'm going to be down there. And I was like, get up in the booth, please.
Well, I can't play right now I had back surgery, so I'm healing up,
Yeah.
and this is the next best thing to be mixing it up down on the tables. I've always enjoyed commentating, and will certainly enjoy this. If you have any questions, get on that stream and ask them.
Yeah.
Like Corey, 48 players. If you weren't, I think you probably answered him already.
Yeah. Corey Buchanan, the man. I call him the Cannon. Corey the Cannon Buchanan.
Well, he should be down here playing in this.
Corey was talking last night about how he's been wanting to pick up the game of one pocket and get better at it, and he says he was planning on playing in this year's Chuck Markulis, but he just never got around to practicing any one pocket.
Chris Gentile shared the stream.
Yeah. Chris has always been a fantastic supporter of the stream.
Oh boy, let's see. On the table next to our feature table, we have Jeremiah Johnson. A lot of you old timers will remember that name, from Seattle originally, playing local David McFarland. And Jeremiah is a deceivingly good player still.
He is.
He moves like a ghost, and he can still pocket balls.
He shoots so smooth and straight, it's disgusting.
He's very good. He's a very good player. And
Yeah.
He'll be around for a while.
He regularly wins the Sunday tournaments, like quite regularly. Like if there's 4 in a month, he'll win at least 1 or 2 of them.
Yeah. And before they get started, this is the Markulis Memorial. I'm going to give you a little history on the Markulis family that I know. The Markulis family started with a place called Varsity Billiards in Norwalk, right across from the college there. And I used to play in there a little bit. It wasn't a big action joint, but they had tournaments, and I'd play there. Then they opened Hard Times in Bellflower around 87. And when they opened it, I was managing a mortgage company down in San Diego and had pretty much quit playing pool for a couple of years. And my hobby then was drinking because there was no place to play pool. And so, in the weekends, I spent down at the Caliente Racebook. And I went back. Finally went up and spent a weekend at Hard Times, and they had a 6x12 that I grew up started playing on in the 60s. So the Markulis family have a long history of wonderful pool rooms. And I don't remember when they opened this one, but here we go with the leg. It looks like pretty close.
Wow, that is really close.
Looks like Rudy got
just eked it out, yeah.
But they, they sold Hard Times in Southern California, which was a great action room. And they opened it up, they took over this pool room. It was Great American, owned by Wayne Asiri, for quite a while. And here we are. They've had many, many great tournaments here.
Yeah, Mark did a fantastic job in it. And I did a podcast with Mark Hansen a few weeks back, and he knows a lot of history with this room. He talks about when he had the chance to walk in here when they had the place gutted, when they were changing it from Great American Billiards to Hard Times, and talking about how impressed he was with the room before and how could you gut it, and then coming in after they had done all the improvements, and he was really impressed.
They had Revco tables here at Great American, which are decent tables, but they're not. Then they put in gold crowns here. Naturally, 30-some tables.
Right.
Quite an investment, but they know how to run a pool room. The Markulis family does, and they've always done very well with it. Chuck, whom this tournament is named after, was an action guy, and if you were playing in Hard Times and still in action, he'd keep it open all night for you. And now
what a break here by Rudy.
Rudy made a great break.
Look at that cue ball.
I don't know what he's going to do here, but he's just going to try and
escape.
He's going to have good speed on this. There is an aggressive shot here, banking the 4 into the stack and going around the table, but he's not going to do that, and now he's in trouble.
Yeah.
Too much spin. These rails really, I noticed.
Oh, yes.
Compared to the gold crowns.
Yeah. Well, and also the cloth, the Predator Arcadia cloth is
really grabs that ball.
It grabs the ball, especially when it's brand new. So these tables are broken in currently, so it's not quite as much. But when it's brand new, it's got this kind of like roughness to it that helps to not let balls slide and skid as much.
Now,
But
it was important for Rudy to punish him there, and he didn't. You know, I mean, Amar is a little better player on paper, but a race to 3, anything can happen. So, and what he might do, he was going to try a risky shot because he didn't get up on that one ball like he wanted, and he is going to try a risky shot. But there's a potential kiss here. He got away with it, though. And Rudy drinks beer now.
Is he drinking a beer down there right now?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And he had a big one a little while ago.
Wow. So Rudy's here to hang out.
Nothing wrong with that.
So, yeah, the stack here looks like it's kind of tough to develop while getting the cue ball towards Rudy's side, right?
Thank you, Eric Grubbs. I hope to get back there sometimes too. Hard Times Carla, I hope to see your name up there.
Yeah,
I hope
thanks.
you're watching.
Yeah, that's fine. Mike Salmon just wants to come in and hang out and absorb some information.
I actually can't. If it was me, I'd be coming off the 1 and going in, try to hit the 6 or the 2, but you got to be careful you don't leave a shot on the 7 there. But
just move the 1 over to your side?
Yeah, bank it on your side and put the cue ball in the stack.
Yeah.
When you don't want to do, you know what to do, putting that ball in the stack. But he's got a clear shot he's going to draw into the stack. No, he got offensive, yeah. Now Rudy can shoot maybe if he can see that 12, he might be able to shoot a 2-reeler. He can't. See, he's lost. Amar made a mistake. Rudy played poor position, and he lost the advantage of, I didn't know he could make that ball. Good shot.
6 ball goes.
So smooth. He's very smooth.
Yeah, he is.
And that's the key when you're jacked up cutting a ball in there.
Hey, Jason and Craig, if we're having issues with dropping frames, it might have to do with the Wi-Fi in general. I'm actually getting a weak Wi-Fi signal right now. That's not good. Yeah, hopefully it's just a momentary thing.
Okay, he didn't. I'm surprised he's not shooting the 6. He's playing a little too. He didn't want to. He had a shot there. A high percentage shot. Looks to me like it's hard to tell up here sometimes. Look, maybe it's too close to the 2, but it looks to me like he had room to go for it. But when you're playing in your head what you think is a better player, when you get a chance, you got to go sometimes. You don't want to outsafe yourself. And Amar certainly, when he gets a shot like Rudy had, is going to take advantage of it. He played a very weak safety, which happens when you first start off the game. But now he's looking at. He looked at the bank combo. See, I'd bank the 14 to my side, maybe try to hide him over, but.
And you're saying not even necessarily 14 towards your hole, but just get it to your side of the table.
He's getting. Yeah. Okay. On the 10. Ronnie Allen used to get so mad at me. He'd say, "You can't win if you don't go for your hole, John." I was. But he was, he loved tables with big pockets because he could send multiple balls to his hole. And I did play, I did loosen up as I got older. I was a very, very tight player. Is that,
I don't know if I'll ever. I don't know. I think it's too fun to just come up with some, even though it does. I don't reap the fruits of it because it generally doesn't work out. But it's so much more fun to try to creatively come up with something that can go at your hole.
To be a good player, there's so many things involved, and you have you can watch videos of the best matches in the world. There's a great one pocket book out there written by Tom Worth. It costs $69. It doesn't have any one pocket stories in it or road stories in it. It's all one pocket in pictures. Is that a big
red book?
No. And he has a Tom. Get on Facebook and look up Tom Worth, Wirth. He's originally from D.C. Was a very good player. Still lives in Florida now and teaches. And this book came out about 6 years ago, and there's been several republications. It's probably certainly the best one pocket book out there for the money.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll bring a copy for you to look at tomorrow.
That would be really cool.
It's diagrams of shots. Nice little shot there. Nice. He got away with murder on the first shot of the game, and now he's totally turned things around. He's gonna. He can't. I don't know if he can. He skin off that 11. Is that what he's trying to do? Is he kicking at the? No, he can't. Yeah, that's what he's trying. Nice shot. Very nice shot. Good speed. Mar's going to maybe try to bank the 2 and draw between the 6 and the. He's looking at it. It's dangerous. He has to stiff it to make it come back. Yeah, he's giving it a good look. Just got to be careful. If he overdraws it, he doesn't want to run into that 14. If he makes it, the game over probably. Hit it pretty good. Not quite good enough, but
Hey John, that book you talk about, the game of controlled aggression, he's got a YouTube channel too, and it is awesome. He talks about all the scenarios.
Yeah, he sets the shots up. There's so many things to learn, but you can actually set the book down. And a lot of shots you don't know are extensions of the other shots. And once you learn them, then it'll pop in your head. Say, wait a minute, I can do this.
He's so good explaining on YouTube. So good.
He's very good. He and I roomed together at a onepocket.org tournament in Chicago.
Oh, wow.
And I ended up knocking him out of the tournament. But he beat me. He's beat me twice in the seniors tournaments in Houston. He's a better player, but just one of those short races, races to 3, you're liable to beat anybody.
Yeah.
If you make a good break, win that first game, catch a mistake, that's why we show up.
Yeah, I'm actually getting a lot of people saying that I'm losing sound. The Wi-Fi's not working very well right now.
They can see it?
No, they're saying that it's I'm dropping frames and we're losing sound. It's cutting in and out.
Do we have the office Wi-Fi or the?
I'm gonna have to ask them. Yeah, if I can
that's
get
probably
into a
the
different
answer.
one.
Sorry, folks. We'll do the best we can.
We'll sort it out.
So both players have had opportunity to get more balls. They might be, I was surprised DeMar didn't get more there, but Rudy can be pretty aggressive. You got to be careful. It looks like that 12-10 is dead. Or he might try to bank that. It must not be dead. He's a very good long rail banker. But
Rudy's a bit like me. He loves shooting at his hole.
Yeah. Well, look, this, some guys like to shoot at their hole and some guys like to look them over. When you have to decide if you're going to be a hunter or a gatherer.
Hey, John, Jay asked, where were you when you played your first game of One Pocket, and how'd you do?
I was a snooker player for the first maybe 7 years that I played pool. I grew up playing in a place that had 4 5x10 snooker tables and two pool tables we hardly ever played on. And I played some in 1955, 5-a-game snooker with a little Filipino guy. And it turns out he was a real good player. I had no prayer, But back then, played him 5 a game, and he'd just come around and rob me every once in a while. And that nice, Rudy's working his way back in here. So he went back to Alabama when I was about 18. He came back when I was about 20, and I was a pretty good player by then. And I beat him. And he had a guy with him that I played that ended up busting me, and he was called San Francisco Phil. He was the best player out of San Francisco at that time, which I didn't find out until later either. I didn't care. I just loved to play. See, Rudy almost got a little something here. These shots you got to be careful because you can bank into the balls and maybe get lucky. Or you can maybe leave a cross bank, which is more likely. I would just, and he can't try to take the 9 out because then the cue ball is going to come up too much. That's a good shot. He got it over on his side. Game's tightening up a little now. We're getting some balls down table.
Yeah, sorry guys. I'll get the ball count updated here in a second. I'm just checking out, making sure trying to find if there's anything I can do to stop us from dropping frames.
I think it's 2-1, Rudy.
Yeah, 2-1.
Lamar's going to draw this, hopefully off the left side of the 14, just like that.
Oh, sweet shot.
Ooh. He's very precise. But his kind of, his caliber of player is supposed to make that shot. I don't know if he can step. Oh, yes, he can.
Wow.
He could stiff it.
Yeah.
Okay, this is your third chance. Now, let's see. Going to come up for the 13.
Should be able to close it out here, possibly.
Again. Oh, he got lucky there. He hit it.
Guys, if you're dropping frames, try refreshing the stream. Try refreshing your page. Nice shot there from Rudy.
Oh.
It's okay.
See, there he
here.
screwed up again. He should have come up for the 10.
Yeah.
Or that's what I would, I can't say, because I taught him how to play, and then he's been beating me for the last couple of years. So. He and Francis Rita, I used to give them both 9-7.
How long ago was that?
A few years back.
Okay.
And then pretty soon we were playing even. Pretty soon I was getting old, so.
Mm-hmm.
Francis turned into a monster. Of course, Francis is one of the new owners of
Jointed Q.
Of the Jointed Q. And he works, he's got a regular job for the utility company, so he doesn't, he don't have much time to play, but he supports Hard Times and the pool room. Yeah,
wow.
He's getting too many chances.
What's Francis and Rudy's rotation game before you taught him some One Pocket?
Oh, they were both great rotation players, and they saw, they liked One Pocket. They saw, when I say I taught them, I played them dozens of times each. And we gamble, pretty good. I mean,
is he gonna cut that?
Yeah, it's a, he can draw it, or he can spin way down table. I don't know what he's going to do. This is one of the mistakes even good players make. When they get on a run and screw up, they try to do too much to extend the run.
Mm-hmm.
What's a fault that can come out of this shot?
Well, he can leave, the 1 or the 6.
Yeah, the cue ball's
he's
going to
going to
go
draw it and
three
go up
rails.
and down. I don't think. Or see, he can't play speed to play shape on the 3 or the 10. I don't think, but he might leave a real tough angle on the 1. No, he drew it. He drew it. Yeah, he's got away with murder a couple times and taken advantage of it now. See, he'll just try to get one more ball. He'll just draw this back.
I think I'm missing 2 balls. Is the ball count 4?
I'll check it right here. 4 to 5.
4 to 5. Okay. Rudy has 5.
Yes.
Okay, gotcha.
He's going to go up and down and he's going inside. No?
Would you want to be aggressive here, or you just want to kick that 3 out of there?
He's going to take the 3 out of there.
Yeah, the side pocket's big too. It's tough to.
Yeah, there's too many balls that go to Rudy's hole, no matter what you try here.
Hey Jim, I believe they're going to end up posting the bracket on Digital Pool, but they drew it on a paper bracket. I can look that up right now and see what we got. It is not posted yet if that's what they're planning to do.
I know she had it up, so she may be doing it, but unknown.
Yeah, with 48 players, they can.
Yeah, paper bracket. What are some good options for him here, John?
He's got to take the 3 out.
He's got to take the 3 out.
I
yeah.
mean, it's too easy to get shape on the 1 and the 6.
You think he's thinking he's down a ball, want to be aggressive, or no need to?
No, he's
No.
not. There's no chance of him being. He's going to spin it and try to put the cue ball on the rail.
Right, he's
banked
just
it up by the 14.
he was just looking
Now-
around.
Now he might slam it into them balls and try and knock on his other side.
Oh, push the 1 over?
Yeah, anything. Yeah.
Yeah. Huh.
But the cue ball on the rail was the main focus there.
He didn't leave any freebies.
That's and he's going to try 2-railer here. No, I'm surprised if he hit it pretty good.
That almost seemed like a free shot. It's 2-railer.
Well, he might have had to follow the cue ball down by the pocket. He might have scared of that. But I mean, that's what the old time guys froze on the rail, froze on a ball, or both. Now we were both in our 70s, but I played, the best player out of Chicago years and years ago, but with him and Bugs, but Artie Bodendorfer, and even in the 70s, that's what he did. I was froze on the balls, the rail, or both. Race to 7 took 16 hours one time.
My goodness.
Yeah.
Did it go hill?
Huh?
Did it go
I
hill?
won that one. He won the first one. Only took 13 hours. For 3,000. Ooh, now see, he got a little reckless there. Now Rudy can draw back. Doesn't have to be pinpoint, but he can get on the 3 or the 14, probably the 14 at this angle.
Is he trying to get up for the 1?
Or he's trying to, see, he's worried about, he's going to get the ball. I was surprised he didn't go for it.
For that shot, you think just mainly playing just cue
He
ball
can
control?
draw it back with his stroke. He might hit the 10. Amar has nothing down there now. Amar, is he following this in? Yeah. So those balls are behind the line.
5-3.
Rudy likes to. He's going to take. He's got the ball lead, right?
Right.
So he's going to play the safe shot. He's going to try to follow it a little bit, I would think, so he doesn't leave a free bank. He got a little lucky there, which is good. Because we could have left Amara bank to get behind over by the 3, but
Can he try and 2-rail that 1, push in near his hole?
no, he's too close. You might hit the 3 and do something. He's gonna just gonna go down table. What's he doing here?
He doesn't want to leave a ball for Rudy to be. He doesn't want Rudy to have a ball that he can bank long at his hole.
He was hoping to make that because he's behind in the score. He wants the balls
bring it back down table.
He
Yeah.
wants the balls down table.
Yeah, so I think if you refresh the stream, if there's anyone out there that's still having issues with the stream being choppy, just refresh the stream. It's going to put a delay on the stream. So you're going to be hearing and seeing things that have happened, minutes before you're watching it, but at least there won't be any break in the viewing and audio.
John, what would you call a period like this in the game where pretty much everyone's just pushing balls around?
Amar has 2 options here. I'd surprise he's not banking the 12 1-rail, which is an easier shot, because you can't scratch drawing the cue ball back by the 3 ball.
I think it was real close to the rail, like frozen, might not have been bankable.
But he got it. This is dangerous. Doesn't mean he won't go for it. But if he gets by the cue ball by the side pocket, he's okay. Then the danger is... Yeah, he shoots awful straight. Nice and smooth. So how many Rudy's got? 6?
6 now, yeah.
6-3.
6-4.
6-3, right?
Yeah, 6-3.
Oh, actually, there's a ball behind the 3 ball.
John, have you been running out of one pocket to watch at home?
I don't watch it too much.
Okay.
I'll watch the big tournament, coming up on January 4th. With it's that Full Action TV is streaming.
Oh, okay. Are you
No, I don't. I've been a player my whole life, not a watcher.
Are you tuning in for the Derby? AccuStats when they air the Derby in January?
Yeah, I will watch probably the Action Room.
Okay.
That Full Action TV streams.
Okay.
There'll be some big matches there. I'm pretty much done going to Derby. If my health keeps getting better, maybe I'd like to go one time. But it's if you love pool and you haven't been there, you should go. Because now it's worldwide players. Everybody there, and you can.
How good did he hit that ball?
How good did he hit it?
Wow.
Oh my gosh,
man.
And it missed the 12 too.
Oh, by hair. Wow.
Yeah, that was a little lucky, but
Yeah.
great shot. I mean, great selection and a great hit, and it worked out.
How do you feel, John, when you see players like Josh Filler now picking up one pocket?
Like who?
Like
Joshua
Josh
Filler.
Some top Europeans.
Oh, I mean, it's sick the way that they run balls, on these tight tables.
And they don't even have like the strategy down like you have.
They don't have to have a strategy. The strategy, this game has
Big balls.
evolved to for the top players.
It's a run-out game now.
Yeah.
It's like 8-ball, right? It's like vie for position, and once somebody makes a mistake and doesn't allow their position, right? I know it's not a direct translation.
The first Derby I went to, the finals were Earl Strickland and Shane Van Bowling, and neither one of them could spell one pocket at that time, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
And it was long rail bank run out. It's the damnedest thing I've ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
And Shane finally won it, and that was the first. I believe that was the first one at the new location, at the casino there. But it was sick, And then Alex, who's won probably 3 of them, and Efren, You know, I mean, Efren revolutionized the game, but nobody else could really do what he could do.
How would you describe what you mean by that? Like,
Well,
no
I
one
mean,
else could
look,
do what he
I
could do.
have played one pocket for over 40 years before Efren came along.
Mm-hmm.
And here's a guy that instead of playing shape for the one rail bank that's almost a cinch, would go behind it and kick it out to get an angle to play better shape on the next ball. You just had to watch him play to, you know, it looked like he just could, his mind is so much, you know, it looked like he could invent things. I played Keith McCready when he was young. That was a nice shot, Rudy. And you could tell he was going to be, you know, I played him when he was 17. We were playing pretty high. And I was beating him, but he did things, extensions of normal things. But I tell people those champions see things in Technicolor, and we're looking at it in black and white. Mm-hmm. You know, it's the only way that I can explain it.
Someone like Keith McCready or another player that didn't know one pocket well, did you watch them a little bit when you were teaching them, going like, this guy's going to be something?
You could tell with Keith. I mean, you know, I beat him, you know, and then he ended up spotting me 2 balls and robbing me, you know. Couple,
no
you know,
respect.
I mean, it was sick. He had the brain for it. He could just figure out. He's a very smart guy. I talk to him fairly often still. And today I heard from an old friend I haven't heard for a long time, Tony Banks, still alive, doing okay. One of Keith's road buddies years ago. Now, Mar needs to, you know, he's going to hide these balls. So you got to be careful here. Because if he leaves him, okay, that's fine. So he's just going to come off the 3. But try to go all the way over. So he's going to give Amar a free. Amar's actually in a good spot here because he can bank this 10 on his side. He doesn't have to worry about scratching down there. I don't know if he can use inside English and get out of the kiss. And he's far enough off the rail, he might spin it the other way. A lot of good things can happen. He could make it. He could run into the 12. But he's going to get aggressive here, I think. He's looking at it. Or he might just get it over on his side, which is, no, he's going to draw.
I like shooting it this way. I feel like you can, moving the cue ball that way. It's just easier to get a hold of the cue ball.
It's safe.
Yeah.
It's safe because he can, you know, those balls blocking the hole down there.
Right.
Rudy wants to keep them down there. I think he can just slow kick this 14. You know, I mean, he may want to try to get it out of there, but there's some bad things that can happen. He might try to cut this ball. I think so.
The 7 ball?
Yeah, try to cut it and kick behind the 10.
Or just scratch.
You just hit it too solid or too full.
Well, and with a guy that
if he hits it thinner,
yeah, he would have got it.
But then he's going to run into the 10.
Right, and if he accidentally gets too far behind it,
anyway. But with the ball lead, that's not a smart shot.
Right.
Hi, Jeff Nystrom. Wish you were here playing.
Kenny Koo said hi as well to you.
Hi, Kenny. Yeah.
And Rudy's going to give him the game, yeah.
Well, he lost, he made a good break. They went back and forth a couple of times. Amar, as you can tell, better ball pocketer.
Mm-hmm.
But Rudy's very good, but he doesn't run the balls like Amar does. He can get close sometimes, but he had plenty of opportunities, got reckless with the ball lead.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to get someone in the chat.
Who's this playing on the table to the left? I don't know.
I think Avi's on the team. I don't know who that is.
Everybody's got a carbon fiber. I guess Oscar gives them good deals on them.
It's a good cue, man. I can't.
That's right. We are at we're at the Markulis Memorial at Hard Times Billiards in Sacramento. Then it's sponsored by Golden State Billiard Supply. And the Markulis family opened this pool room when they sold Hard Times in L.A. And I think one of the conditions was that they would continue to have the memorial tournament because Chuck was dearly loved by the pool players and the whole the Markulis family. I mean,
What was Chuck's favorite game? One pocket?
Chuck's favorite game was anything with
anything
action.
that he could,
any action,
anything he could mix it
action,
up with. Yeah.
Because they were still running varsity billiards, I think, and so Chuck pretty much was running Hard Times. Now there was a pretty. See, he's a little frustrated. There was a pretty reckless shot, I think, especially if he can. He can see. Well, maybe it wasn't. I thought he could see maybe I guess he can't see the 10.
Frank Nordman asks, when are you going to start playing again?
When my back heals up, Frank. And it's going to be a while. Got a lot of iron in there. And I know you got a table at home, so don't you try to sneak up on me.
Mm-hmm.
There's your diamond table for you with the deep pocket. The deep cut pocket. I hated them at first.
I really like, for one pocket, I really like it a lot.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's what everybody's, it's what everybody's playing on, and you have to, and the Predator, I'm sure, plays just like it.
No, actually.
It doesn't?
No, the Predator table,
it doesn't have a deep shelf, does it?
The shelf is actually deep near the rails, but like in the middle, it's just got a steeper like radius. You know what I mean? Like the curve
I've
of
played.
the
They're
shelf.
Kim Steel tables, I believe, that makes Predator.
Mm.
And I played on them years ago. There was a pool room up in Boise that the whole pool room was Kim Steel. They had snooker tables, pool tables, 3 cushion tables, because I had a son that lived up there. But anyway. So Amar has 3 balls.
I thought he only got. Oh, that's right. Yeah, he started with 1.
But again, he didn't run the kind of balls I would expect him to run there. Got straight in and had to, the combo wasn't. I guess what didn't have an angle that he could play, play shape for another shot. Looky here.
Gonna get away with it.
Yeah, he did. He's a little reckless.
It's kind of Rudy's MO, honestly. Is he's
Oh,
very
yeah,
high risk, very high reward is his style of play. Or at least that's the way what he's going
Well,
for.
that's one thing gambling.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can get, when you're going to have a good run, you're going to have a bad run. But in a race to 3 tournament,
You got to win.
I think you got to I think you got to change your style a little bit. And here we go.
Here we go again, right?
Yeah.
This is a ball that Amar, it seems like, especially when he's playing good, he pockets this ball with his eyes closed.
Well, he can shoot it and the cue ball run off that 4 and slide down, but there's no second. Oh, he's got a combo. Maybe.
Yeah, it looks like the 15 ball will combo, yeah.
Yeah. And there's Steve the roofer.
He's looking for you, John. He wants some action.
I actually kind of taught him to play too years ago.
Oh,
We
wow.
used to, yeah, and we were playing, but he's one of those guys. He's a perfectionist, and if he decides he wants to learn how to do something,
Yeah.
I think when he took up golf, it didn't take him very long to be, a pretty low handicap golfer.
Did
But
you have any planes with Tony before he got all big?
I was giving
Speaking of Tony
ni-
Chohan, Tony Chohan's in the chat right now.
Say, what's
He
up?
says,
Hi,
"What's up,
Tony
John?"
Chohan. Tony Chohan, when he was a kid, I gave him 9-7 down in for 500. He's betting 500, and a year later, I was getting 9-7, and he got the money. He got it better, quicker than anybody I've ever seen.
What would
But
you
he
get
worked
now?
at it too.
What would you get now playing him?
There is no game that you could you could play. I mean, people don't realize the difference. I played Scott Frost when I was playing pretty good and got 10-5, and I thought I was stealing. I had no prayer.
Yeah.
No prayer. You just can't realize how good what those guys can do to you and get you out of your game.
But that's it, right? Is not only do they play good, but they play so good that they like put you in a coma.
Well, I'm talking. Okay, you make a mistake and they run 9 balls on you.
Yeah.
Okay, that kind of offset your brain a little bit.
Yeah. And then the next time you get an opportunity, you might not.
No, I mean
Get what you're supposed
they
to get.
outsmart you too. Scott would take a couple scratches, and I'd have to take a couple scratches. Oh, it's gonna. Oh, he got
Almost diamond
Yeah,
on
he's-
him.
And now I'm playing him 12-7. That's not near as good as
Yeah.
10-5.
Juiced it up too much.
Yeah.
And now he's got to avoid a kiss. It's close.
There's a way to do it, but I can't tell from here. But Freddie the Beard used to, on these banks, he'll kick at it. He's got the nice ball lead. 6 balls, I think. But there's the danger
And
there.
you just sell out a bank.
But on some of those banks that look like they have a kiss, you play it with a real loose wrist and barely hold, and you can speed the cue ball up to get out of the kiss. Freddie the Beard, I mean, they had a lot of stories in his books and things, but his banks that don't go but do.
Okay.
is
I
a
think I've seen those videos.
It's a great book. It's a great book with a lot of stories. He's one of the pool's great characters from Chicago. He's not running too good either.
Dropped
He's
that
not
cue.
playing good and not running good either.
So now,
That was a chance for him to get a few balls.
I'll get a ball count.
Amar needs
6.
2.
6 to -1.
And I don't know which one of these goes, but
You
The
want
spot
penny
shot.
on the table anymore? Or just the table?
Yeah, neither the 1 or the 2 goes, I think.
I'm good, Tony. Thank you for asking. I'm up and about and I can't play, so I'm doing a little commentating. Hope to watch you take it down next week. I know you've been getting ready for it. See, now, he's just in. He's got to get aggressive.
Yeah,
maybe he
Rudy's-
shouldn't here, but he won't. But he can bank this draw into the 1 a little bit. I don't know what else he'll do next. But he followed down. Now,
If you're
He-
Amar and you need 1 ball, aren't you just cutting this 4 ball in?
absolutely, because
Yeah.
you're probably going to hang it up if you don't make it.
Right. You add
Unless
pressure.
you play conservative like me and kick the 2 side. But no, I wouldn't do this too. Oh, he missed it.
But this adds so much pressure, right? Where it's like Rudy,
You got
Rudy
Well,
can make the 2-ball and pray.
yeah, but he can't. He can't put much of a stroke on it because he might follow it in. He's got to try to cheat the pocket a little, which is brutal on these, and come 2 rails out. Oh, he's going to go rail first. Good shot. Now he might double bump this out of here. But Amar's going to have a shot at his hole no matter what.
Do you worry about scratching here at all? You just kind of
No,
get the ball out.
no.
That's all that matters. Oh, man.
You might worry about that, though.
Huh?
Yeah, you might worry
So
about
you
that.
hit it too. That's kind of you shoot it delicately and bump and just get it out a little bit. I mean, you're in a bad spot there no matter what. Then he's going to bank the other ball down on top of it.
Yeah.
Did they put the players up, or do you know if?
Let me double check. It's gonna be here if it's here.
John, this is your first time in here, right? The booth?
In this booth, yeah.
What do you
Yeah.
think?
Perfect. It's
I know,
very
right?
nice.
It's
Very
crazy.
nice.
Yeah, not yet.
You think she is going to do it?
I'm starting to wonder.
I think she only used it for just to build the bracket, possibly. But we'll see. I mean, it's only 45 players at the same time.
Well, if Dez is running it or whoever's running it, they know who the good. Oh, I see Chris Cruz down there. I
Yeah.
heard he was coming.
Why would he not come?
I love Chris Cruz. I mean, we've gambled a lot, and when he learned how to play, and he's one of the better players now. When he was learning how to play, he would play any living human for $20 a game.
Oh,
And
yeah.
that's how he learned how to play.
Oh, wow.
But he had a pool room he hung around in Fresno that he made money at. It didn't work for a long time. Learned how to play one pocket. Started winning a lot of little tournaments. Gambling. Had a lot of gamble to him. But now he's got a good job. He always worked during tax season for an accountant, and now he works for the IRS. And he loves his job, and he just comes. Oh, this is dangerous.
Do you think he reports his winnings?
Well, I don't know that he just plays in some tournaments. I don't know. I don't know if I'd tell him. He's not an investigator or anything. He's an inside guy. But he's fun to watch play. He sees a lot of shots in the stack that others pass up. Kicks a lot of balls. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. See, this is getting to the point now where Rudy just wants it over.
That's never a good feeling.
No. Well, it's embarrassing. I've seen a couple of matches that you streamed that were kind of like that.
Mm-hmm.
Look at here. See, now everything's coming up roses now. Playing good, running good. And I've seen Rudy beat Amar quite a few times.
Plenty of times, yeah.
Is he going to try and combo that?
No. He's going to try and break it up or go down table. I don't know what he's going to do. He might go down.
Oh, it almost looked like he was going for the 13.
What the heck was that?
This 13 ball goes, I think.
Oh, and then he made a hell of a shot. I guess so. I can't. Sometimes the angle from here, especially when you're an old man.
So he got 4 or 5 out of that.
He got 5.
Yeah, he's cruising right now.
He's cruising, and he could probably got a free bank at the 5 because
These balls are tied up.
Maybe not. No, he's just gonna
Just roll into them.
Yeah, try to tie them all up. Kind of like that.
Yeah.
John, do you remember playing Jerry Johnson early on?
I heard about Jerry, but he was a bank pool when he out of Seattle.
Did he also was called Jeremiah?
He's Jeremiah Johnson.
That's his name. Is Jeremiah.
Yeah, that's him. It was his old road name. Very good bar pool player back in the day, and bank pool player. If you played pool for a living, and I always had a job and played. Almost always had a job and played.
That's probably going to be.
I think I went to work in
the match.
1960, and worked ever since.
A couple years ago.
Well, I was playing pool for a living, and my wife got pregnant, and I couldn't make a ball. I had Richie Florence stuck $180 and he wouldn't quit, and I ended up going broke playing snooker, which I played way better than him. But I just started dogging it, and I said, you know what, this is not for me. And I went out and got a job filling fire extinguishers the next week.
He needs one ball.
Filling
Is it
fire
possible-
extinguishers?
Yeah, that was my first job.
I wonder if you want to cut that for. He only needs one ball. Not worth it.
Nah.
He's just gonna move something down.
See, now Rudy's got to go for this. Try to up and down, maybe get lucky and get some kind of shape. Don't have to.
Is that Russ Zorn?
Oh, he's going to go for the.
Hey.
Yeah. Russ Zorn's coming.
Russ Zorn just pledged, made a Patreon pledge.
Well, I thought he was coming here. Maybe I missed it. Maybe he was looking forward to
what
the
a
stream.
shot. Made the 9 ball.
Good shot, Rudy. Put a little heat on him here. Russ Zorn lives in where? Idaho? No?
Let's see.
He's not in California anymore, I don't think. Or never was.
Russ, where are you from? Russ, where are you living?
Fargo knows where he lives. Boise.
Right. Boise, Idaho.
Boise, okay. There used to be a nice pool room there, but that's the one I was talking about that had the Kim Steel tables, I think. But hadn't been there for quite a while. Look at this.
Rudy,
guy.
what are we doing here?
Wow.
There is that danger. Sometimes you get like, when you're so far behind, you just get loosey-goosey.
Yeah.
So a player like Amar, right? He's up 7 balls to 0. Do you find amateur players trying to continue being aggressive when they're up that big?
Well, the biggest mistake that everybody makes is you want to keep running the balls, and if you get out of
Look at this.
get out of line or whatever, I think that's the best pocket. Then they'll stick their neck out a little bit, and it comes. Mistakes come back and bite you. Nobody plays perfect. Look at all the good players we watch on the streams.
Russ said he got snowed in.
Oh yeah, I thought he was going to try and get here. Yeah.
Maybe getting down Highway 80, right? Horrible.
Says
Well,
he still
I
has
live in
his.
Placerville, and so many stupid people trying to go up the hill to the snow.
Are you sitting on your porch watching them, just laughing?
Well, I'm not that close to the freeway, but we can go downtown for something, or I'm a ways away from town.
He might have got away with this.
Nah,
No, you
One
think he
way
can
or the
draw away
other.
from it?
he can. I think he can make the 5,
Yeah.
but he must not. He knows.
He only needs one, so.
Well, he's going to 2-rail the 8 then. Nope. Yeah, that's what he's going to do. No? Oh, he's going to go. Is he going to shoot the 4-railer? No. Oh, see? Oh, he got lucky that. Oh, no, he didn't get lucky.
He
Amar
didn't.
looked totally confused after that.
Wow. What is going?
Yeah, he can. If he can get down on the, like run into the, he's going to bank the 8.
Uh-oh.
See, now he may be able. No, he's going to get it. Just get it over.
This ball.
See, Rudy makes his mind up awful quick.
So fast, yeah. And he gets down and
I'm
shoots
not
fast.
saying it's a wrong shot.
This is a makeable ball right
but-
here.
You just fight yourself back in the game. Walk around the table. That's one of the biggest mistakes. Especially when people are running balls. Because you're down on the ball, you slide to another ball, you slide to another ball. Pretty soon you're a little out of sync and miss an easy shot.
Mm-hmm.
But walk around the table. You can look at it from different angle, especially on banks.
And he
Wow.
just
I mean,
whacks at
kind of
it.
like a free shot.
Well,
Didn't
he
have
almost.
to be a free shot.
Yeah, I was gonna say he almost lost the cue ball up above those balls.
Yeah.
Yeah. He might try to spin this in and send the cue ball down there. He can.
This is almost a free shot because the cue ball wants to end up the left side of the Predator logo.
Yeah.
Can he bank that one? It looks
Oh,
like
he almost protected the ball too.
Well, he can kick it out, but he's still going to leave something.
Can you bank that one? 2 rails?
He can bank the.
I mean, it looks like he's gonna give anything away.
He can
Bank the-
no,
bank
he
the
can
two
bank.
ball.
He can bank the 2, but the problem is he might run into the 8 with the cue ball and leave a shot.
Yeah.
You can put a little stroke on it and spin out of it, but he's gonna, if he don't get it close to if he does not get it close to the hole, he's gonna leave something. And here it is,
Ran into the
almost.
8.
just like I called it.
That's
Yep.
why I didn't like the 2 ball because
See, now he makes this, and he's awful good at this off-angle shot. He makes this, he's got a bank it.
Yeah.
He's got a chance to win the game.
bank on that.
Rudy's also really good at leaving the cue ball,
Well,
down table.
it's unless he doubles the corner and it comes back over. See,
Oh, those hard.
it's all right. He's all right. I mean, it's a tough shot, but
Needs them both.
I don't. Yeah, he needs to just bank this on this side and put the cue ball over on the long rail.
Is he worried about the bank on the 8?
I don't think so. Not when we're not
No,
where he's
okay,
going to
yeah,
put
he's
the.
fine here.
Yeah, not where he's going to put the 2 ball. And he's going to probably try to get over on his side, but yeah, Rudy finally played like I know Rudy can play. He's 2 railing this. There just wasn't enough angle to make it. He hit it as good as humanly possible, I think.
Why do you hit it so hard for the cue ball, or did
You
that
have
help-
to hit it
did-
that hard to stiff it to get it near
that
the
was
hole.
the other question: is if it was to shorten it up.
Yeah, if he hits it short, he's lucky to get it by the side.
Rudy just walked away rubbing his tummy, so might be waiting a second. Yeah, Russ, thanks for hanging out and watching. And again, yes, congratulations, John. When were you inducted into the One Pocket Hall of Fame? Was that last year?
No, it was this year.
This
when
year?
I was in a skilled nursing facility after my back surgery, and they did it remotely from Buffalo Billiards. And Mary Keniston accepted the award for me, and I told the people at the facility, I said, listen, I got kind of a big deal coming up. I need a room all to myself. So what they did is they went to the hair salon and they took everything out of it. And I went down there and they had congratulations up, and they really balloons everywhere. They really did a good job.
That's really cool.
My lady was there, my son was there, her son was there, and it was just. I'm very proud. I'm very proud of that. You can. I wasn't the best player in the world, but I was a good player for 70 years.
Sure.
And I did a lot to promote pool, and got recognized for it. There's so many people it could go to, but I was very, very proud of it. Am very proud of it.
As you should be. Yeah, you've got. You've certainly got the right heart for it, John. Yeah, what you've given to the game, I'm sure you're well deserved.
You going 2 rails here?
That's
Oh no.
3 rails.
Whoa.
He's so dangerous.
Wow.
Well, this
You left something.
this is dangerous. I think he's going to go for it.
You'd rather just move it out 2 rails?
I just soft kick.
Oh, kick
You
behind.
soft kick and leave it for a cross bank later if he does something foolish. See?
Oh no.
See? He let up on the shot a little bit. You see, he's just trying to get it over there instead of go. You got to commit to the shot. Once you decide to go for it, give it a chance to go. That wasn't hard enough to get to the hole, I don't think. Well, he
And
put
there
up
we
a
have our
fight.
game.
Good going, Rudy. Too bad you didn't start like that earlier. But that's a tough, Mark Hang is a tough guy.
Tough
Oh, look at this.
is to put it lightly.
Little side bet. on
Looks
the
like
side there.
looks like JT just owed him
JT
money.
is our action guy here.
Yeah.
If there's 4 action games going, he's taking 3 of them, I think.
At least.
Every pool room needs a guy like that who pays off immediately. When I met JT, he had the grill.
Oh yeah.
He had
Yeah.
diamonds in his teeth.
Are you saying he's lost too much? He doesn't have it anymore?
I don't know if it, but anyway, I said, my God, how much did that cost? He said, $5,000. And you couldn't miss that smile from anywhere.
That's just, sometimes you got enough money, you just want to chew on it.
There was a black player in El Monte when I was a young guy growing up that had all 4 cards on his teeth in gold.
Was it a blackjack
Nice.
at least?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, and you couldn't miss that either.
Well, Joey Jabrone just walked up to the table. I'm assuming it's just to hit balls. I'm going to go check the bracket and see how
Can you send you photos?
I'll take care of it. I'm going to go check in with Des and
Joey grew up
Yeah, here's
with
story
Tony
about
Chohan.
Yeah.
And they both practice shooting the goofy shots. And he can play, people. I don't know how much he's playing. He's a family man.
He's got more into the game recently, it seems like.
He has a funny style. Watch how it
Yeah.
goes. He'll get up off the ball and whatever. But if you pay attention to his game, he can play.
Oh yeah, he plays so natural.
Oh, he's playing Oscar.
Oh, that's a fun match here.
Well, this ain't Oscar's best game, but he hits the ball so good. Oscar Dominguez going to play Joey LeBron, the owner of the pool. He and Des own the pool room. And I've known Oscar's dad, Ernesto. I played him when he first came to the United States in 1977 down at the original Hard Times. And, of course, we played 9-ball back then. And I think I gave him the call 8 because Moro Paez talked me into that, and that didn't work out too good for me.
Is that Joey's name spelled right? Gebron?
Yeah, Joey Jabron.
Okay, good.
And Ernesto and I have gambled many, many times over the years. We're very good friends. And he still plays. He just kept getting better. We played pretty close then, but he just kept getting better. But, same here. I would make Oscar a favorite here, of course. Oscar still is one of the top 5 rotation players, American players, in the country. You don't see too many people beating the door down coming here to gamble with him.
Yeah.
And he bets high. But this is going to be a good match, people. I think Joey actually moves better than Oscar.
Is Oscar more just natural, like he's a straight shooter? It's like he can't leave anything open.
He's just got pool sense. He's a pool player.
Yeah.
And I don't know how good his one-pot game is. He lived in Las Vegas for a long time. Not a long time, but for a while.
He played Mika on the stream a while back. Took him.
But didn't they play 10-ball?
No, they played one pocket.
And Mika is a great one-pocket player. And Oscar beat him, didn't he?
Yep.
Yeah, Oscar beat him. Who was the Russian guy that... maybe
Fedor?
it's not Joe, huh?
Fedor came through town. They played.
Yeah,
10
he
ball.
plays everybody.
Yeah, they play 10
He just plays.
I'll update the names for you.
Plays everybody.
Oh, it is not going to be Joey actually
Oh, it
playing.
isn't?
Yeah, so the next match, Joey's just hitting balls around.
Okay.
The next match is going to be Oscar, but he's going to be playing the winner on table 2.
So Joey's just being Joey, taking up a table.
Yeah,
So he's playing the guy from Arizona.
he's playing Nick DeLeon.
Oh,
well,
yeah.
or the winner on that table. So somebody's up 2-0 on that table.
Oh.
Nick DeLeon is probably the best rotation player in Arizona.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably, yeah.
Him and
Men?
the stocky, the left-handed guy.
Mitch.
Mitch Ellerman.
Yep.
Mitch Ellerman. I understand Mitch is back in Arizona. He lived in Las Vegas for quite a while. I mean, so much action, I guess. If you're a pool player and want to play for big money, you know, the card players stake and there's quite a few card players that play pool, and so they'll pick a partner and play one pocket partners at Griff's.
Right.
And
that's got to be so fun to watch.
Yeah. Well, you know, years ago, the action place was a place in Detroit, and Carla, she's watching, was from Detroit and used to go to a place called the Rack. It was like a private club, and there's a couple guys in there lost millions. And,
wow.
And Ronnie told me, you know, he says, you're only getting 30%, but where else can you go and play for 30, 40,000? You know.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, but there were huge stores. Dave Piona, that's when they called him Cadillac Dave, because he won a bunch of money back there and bought a Cadillac.
Bought a Cadillac, sure. Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, you know, I never, you know, because I was a family man then. I had 3 sons and coached them all in Little League. I still played pool at the local, you know, I had a joint that I played at, but I wasn't moving around and traveling much. Back in the 70s, I think that was.
Now Oscar's just showing off. Look how straight he hits the ball.
He can teach you how to do that too, by the way. That's just the way he warms up. As soon as you brag on somebody.
I think I'm just hopeless, but yeah, exactly. As soon as you brag on
somebody. You
brag
on somebody, they'll dog it.
I've got a tremendous track record with that on this stream. The second that I start saying anything about how good someone's playing, instant. Yeah. Next shot.
Okay, who's that watching in the black there? There are people that'll show up for these things that won't play in the tournament just for a little to sneak up on a little action.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably been 7 years ago, 8 years ago. I beat Shane here, 3-1 in one of the Markulis.
I remember that. I was sitting right where Rudy's sitting right
and
now over there.
I'm feeling pretty good, you know. And that was when these pockets were 3 and 7, 8.
That was when they were stupid, yeah.
They were trap tables, and he'd hit a ball perfect, and it'd come flying out of there faster than it was going in.
I know.
You know. So I beat him, so I come up and sit in the stands, kind of basking in the glow. And Steve Smith, the Lizard, for anybody who doesn't know him, been pool hustler from Texas, and nobody knew how good he played.
Yeah.
He came up to me and leaned over and whispered in my ear. He said, "I don't care who you beat in a tournament, you still got a ball." And I said, "No, thank you, Steve."
Nice.
2-1 Nick.
Okay.
Well, that'd be a good match.
Nick against Oscar.
Yeah.
You got to think Oscar's.
Yeah, but you know, in his own tournament, sometimes who knows what he does.
I mean, he hits that ball so freaking straight with no side action. You know, like a lot of guys when they draw the cue ball like that, even though the cue ball comes back pretty straight, the cue ball's like spinning like a top.
See, he's not smooth right now.
Mm-hmm.
He's
well, the ones that go in and come back straight are super smooth.
Yeah, but that's why he's doing it. That's why he's doing this. There's Kat. I've known her for a long time.
Kat Guest. I played on her BCA team.
Did ya?
Yeah.
She was a sweetheart.
Yeah, she's great. We got a lot of great people around here.
This is there are pool rooms where they might bet a little higher, but day in and day out, if you need a game, you can do so. I've never came here and sat on the rail.
Yeah.
You know, good game. Of course, I'm not a real, look here, straight across from us is Rocky. I've known he was a pretty good player back in the day at San Jose.
What about over there, Chris Cruz? You see who's playing? Hugo.
Oh, Hugo's in the tournament, are they?
Yeah, Hugo's playing on 7 right
for
now.
Crying out loud. What a trip Hugo is. He's a very good player.
He's hilarious.
I played him in San Francisco the first time. We're playing 100 a game, you know, and I used to play a lot in San Francisco. I lived in Martinez.
Did you play at Family Billiards?
Yeah, at Delbert Wong's place. and he won the first 2 games, and then I win at three in a row, and I thought he was I thought he was on the cell phone. He was talking to himself. He does that a lot. I mean, he is truly a character. And
Did he put the cue
he
next
gets
to the cue?
staked a lot. You know, he's got a good stake horse. He played for a few thousand. So anyway, we made an appointment to play in Mountain View, a set for $1,500. He couldn't get a ride, so he took a taxi cab. You think he liked the game? Race to 6 for $1,500. So we're playing, and I think I'm down one game, like 4-3 or 3-2 or something. And karaoke starts, and I don't like it. We didn't know it was like a Tuesday, but I can see he really didn't like it. So I laid my cue on the table, and I said, Hugo, can we quit for a little while so I can go sing a couple? And I don't know if it agitated him enough, but I ended up winning the set and taking him to the train station to go home. But he has beat me, you know. He's won his share against me, too.
You didn't charge him any fare?
No, I gave him enough money to get home on the train. But it all goes with him. I mean, he plays decent 9-ball, too. Big stroke. Probably, I hope we get to see him maybe somewhere down the line. I don't know if he can beat Chris Cruz. But he takes the ball out of the hole as good as anybody I've ever seen.
He doesn't typically play in tournaments, does
He's
he?
got that big stroke, and he'll take a swing and compress the rubber to get balls out you don't think will go.
Yeah.
Collins
Where most guys will just give up the ball. He hates to give up a ball if that's a weakness.
Does Hugo really play in tournaments?
He will play.
He doesn't
obviously.
prefer it.
Yeah.
He, great mover. I bragged on him and he double kissed, sold out. Forget that.
Yeah, don't. That's not your fault. We'll just blame it on this booth.
He might have got lucky. Chris got to cut the 4 in there. Too bad you can't see it. That's a hell of a game there.
Would Chris and Hugo play even if they gambled?
Yeah.
I wonder if they're betting on the side on that.
Well, they are, I bet. I would imagine.
Yeah.
Chris looked like he's hitting them pretty smooth.
Every time I see Chris in here, he's always looking for one bucket. Always.
Always. He's relentless when he wants to get, because he drives up from Fresno.
Yeah, he wants action here.
So it was after a tournament or something, and I was very tired. He said, please, John, please, I got to play a little bit more. Please, play me a race to 3 for 100 just to do something. Come on, please, please, please.
He says it in his sweet voice.
So I did, but I says, I don't want to play. He says, I'll tell you what and my best game for my whole life is golf on a snooker table.
Okay.
And when we played a lot of it at California Billiards, they had 2 6x12s. So he says, I'll tell you what I'll do. He says, if you play me a race to 3 for 100, I'll play you 3 games of golf for 20 and 2. So I beat him out of the 100, and then I beat him. I only beat him 2 games of golf, but I was like, I'm gonna let you off the hook. And he could play. He could play, but I mean, I was playing on that table all the time, and with Shaky Dave and the owner of the, Chris.
Seems like Chris really put his money with his time to really learn this game.
Well, he did, and he's a good player, and he loves it. I mean, he just, and he'll bet, he'll he manages his bankroll pretty good. See, I'm surprised more people aren't wearing masks, but it hasn't hit California yet, has it? Much. The Omicron. I mean, when I go back out there, I'm wearing a mask, but at my age with my health, it's, hopefully it's not as serious as the other stuff. Because I literally stayed home for a year with the other stuff.
Vaccinated now?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't had my booster shot because I kept thinking, well, maybe something else going to come along, but I have an appointment to get it done next week.
Cool.
because you're going to get sick
Yeah.
on this one. So I got real sick off of, I had a Johnson & Johnson, the second one, because I was in the, well, I had Pfizer first, and then I got sick. So I was in a facility, so all they had was Johnson & Johnson, so I got that. And 24 hours later, I just broke out in a sweat, and just felt shakes. And my friend, and I'll shout out to him, Kentucky Bill Myers, was there with his wife visiting me from Washington, and she's an RN. And she said, get him back in bed right now. Mm-hmm. And then the next, few hours later, I went to sleep and woke up. It was fine, but it was kind of scary.
Too strong of a body, John.
God, I hope so.
Yeah, that's what they say is that's why you have the reaction is because your body's kicking into gear.
It was scary.
John, do you remember playing Sean Turdo over there? He gave up for a while and then came back. Do you see?
Yeah, he's playing really good.
Yeah.
Who is that talking to?
Cat gets over there on the rail?
Talking to Cat.
Oh. Kind of looks like Walt, no?
I'm surprised. Oh, Walt likes to gamble more.
He was in the stream. He said great commentary.
Yeah, well, yeah. It's quite a drive for him to come down here. Now there's a guy who we gambled for years. There's a old pool room in Chico. They call the Hole. Downstairs, they got first place ever to have diamond tables. They got the oldest diamond tables you've ever seen.
Huh.
And then back in the day, they'd had tournaments there, and they had a card room in there. It was quite a gambling place. And the guy that owned it, who ended up one time owning several pool rooms, staked Walter against me, and I ran 7 racks on him on these A.E. Schmidt tables. I think they're the fastest tables. You just broke the balls because I don't have no strong break. 7 and out on him, I think.
Did you see that cut by Oscar?
Yeah, did you see the shot that Oscar was just shooting just now? That was
I just saw, I was like,
I am curious who that is. It looks he would be in the tournament if it was who I think it is. So. Yeah. Could be Frank from
Should I go over there and say John wants to give you a game?
Yeah, get his driver's license if you.
You'll see me go over there with a flashlight, put in his eyes, like, who are you? What are you doing here?
What's your Fargo?
What's your Fargo? What's the first 2 letters of your first name, first 2 letters of your last name? I'll find you.
Well, I hope my old friends are watching. Frank the Barber Almanza in Arizona. 2 of my favorite lady friends in pool. Mary Keniston, Miss Mary, because she moved to the south. She lives in Long Beach, Mississippi now. And the Angel from Chicago, Angel Levine. I hope you guys get a chance to watch. Mary and I have been friends for a long, long time. Angel, when I went back to Chicago, just steered us around, picked us up every day, took us to the good places to eat. And in Chicago, boy, they have some good places to eat.
You know, interesting statistic about Chicago and pool. Look at this bank, Oscar. Interesting statistic about Chicago and pool is 100 years ago, there were over 800 pool halls in Chicago. And now there's like 3 or 4.
Oh, no, there's probably at least 20. 3 or 4 big ones, but there's so many. Yeah. There's still some in the south. I played the first match, the first time I went back there for a gambling match, I went to Red Shoes Billiards, which is close to the south. It's in Alsip. Oh, that's Rocky. That's Rocky. Okay. That's Rocky. He's an old friend. And, I ate everything that's supposed to be famous there. But the great thing about it was, it's so close to the south side, all the black one-pocket players showed up to watch. Just about a dozen of them sat there and watched. We played like a race to 7 for 3,000, and I played
who
one of
it
the slowest players.
You want to sell that hat?
I'll trade it for that cue of yours, Rocky.
I might be getting the best of that.
You might.
Kathy's here. Too.
I saw her. I was telling a little story. Hi, Kathy.
Hey.
Kathy Meow.
Yeah, I didn't recognize her until somebody called her.
When she was
She's
standing
just a
out here,
guest.
how many? That's 2-3 years ago. And I was looking at her and looking at her. I said, Jesus, that's Kathy Meow.
Yep.
Anyway, what was I talking about?
Food in Chicago.
He wasn't listening anyway.
What was I talking about in Chicago? Oh, no. So before we start our match, they had all these old black guys watching, and they had a very famous blues harmonica player there. And he played the Star Spangled Banner before our match, and it was streamed.
Uh-huh.
You know, it was just kind of added something to it.
Yeah. That's cool.
And it was, we played for 3,000, and I needed 3 games, and he needed 1 the last day. Took three 7-hour days to race the 7. That's how slow this guy played. And he dogged a shot just like this that Oscar's shooting for the dough. And I come back and beat him, and I went home with $100 bills instead of none, because I bet another 1,000 on the rail in there.
Billiard Cafe?
No, Red Shoes. This is after the Billiard Cafe.
Jimmy says you're talking about Artie.
I played Artie twice. Now we're pretty good friends. I call him on the phone once in a while. Very interesting man. You know, and now he's got like joint custody of his granddaughter, so he, you know, I don't know, you know, he might show up or something. He used to always come to the race book when I was there with Ronnie Allen, and he just shake his head. He can't believe how anybody could bet a horse, you know. And he was the biggest sports bettor ever. They used to bet. They used to bet up to 300,000 a game, but this was before.
What?
This was before the sports books collaborated. So you might get 3 points here, 2 points here, 1 point here.
So you'd find the one with,
And he
with the
figured,
best spread.
no, he figured out how to bet, so you couldn't lose.
Right.
And then if they call him the middler, because if you hit in the middle, you won both bets.
Right.
And he made millions. And a lot of the pool players were runners for him. That, you know, from Chicago. And they busted him, and the feds took millions from him. Finally gave about half. He really wasn't breaking any laws, but the casinos didn't like it at all, you know. And then they finally wised up when, you know, computers came along.
I wonder why, yeah.
So they arrested him on some bogus charge. And he said they came to his house, you know, the whole SWAT team with him. Oh yeah,
No
they made
kidding.
a huge deal out of it. Very interesting guy. Was married to because the Playboy was headquartered in Chicago at that time. He was married to a Play Bunny or whatever, Playgirl for a while. So was Freddie the Beard, I think. Come on, we need some One Pocket. You're tired of my stories.
No.
What was that place in Detroit?
I got chewed out, but there was a match going on where a guy was getting drilled. He wasn't making a ball. It was 2-0, and Jerry Machen, my old friend, known since he was a teenager, and I got together in the booth and started telling stories, and somebody posted up there this, Jesus Christ, were you going to say anything at all about the game?
Uh-huh.
And Geraldine, bless her heart, said, if you don't like the stories, turn your sound off.
I remember you telling me that.
Is that who you're talking about?
Jerry Machen.
Oh, I thought you said Geraldine.
Geraldine is a POV. You know, she and they.
What's his name? The guy that streams all the records all the matches.
Yeah.
His girlfriend.
Daniel Bush.
Geraldine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Daniel and
Danny's
Geraldine,
girlfriend.
great people.
There was a place in Detroit. They say that any night you go in the place, you could see at least $1 million go across the tables.
We were just talking about the rack.
Is that the place, the Rack?
The Rack,
Yeah,
yeah.
Denny
They
was
were
playing.
gangsters. Some were gangsters or something. The one guy lost millions and millions and millions. And
Wow.
and I was telling him that's where Dave Fiona won enough money to buy a Cadillac, and for a while that was his nickname, Cadillac Dave.
Yeah. I know Denny was playing. They were playing a set for 10,000. He was the smallest bet in the place.
Wow.
My friend Dave Gross. Dave, I hope you're watching. Maybe not. Dave was a pretty good three-cushion player, but he was young guy, maybe in college by then, but great three-cushion player. And he said they would put him in the match, but they wouldn't tell him how much the bet was because they didn't want him dogging it. Because three-cushion players notoriously don't play for too much. The best three-cushion player for the money is a guy named Bill Smith. And I mean he's from Chicago, and he was world-class player, and great hustler, great hustler.
Yeah,
Do you
sounds
see-
like Ronnie Barber?
Do you see these shots that Oscar's shooting, and he's just like absolutely juicing them with side?
What are they waiting for? Is Oscar going to play on
He
this?
plays the winner of the Nick DeLeon match
Oh,
On table 2.
on table 2,
I see.
and then this will be it for tonight, I think.
I believe so. It's either this match and one more. I think it's just this next match though for tonight.
Tomorrow's
You do this
gonna-
all the time?
Yeah, I do.
Here?
Every week I do.
Yeah, you're the one on Fridays, I guess?
Yeah, on Friday nights. Yeah, I do a stream every Friday.
Rocky probably wants to get in on the action and play.
Come on down, let's go.
No, I just, every night when I have dinner, I sit down on my computer and I watch a pool match.
Yeah.
And every now and then I see something being streamed and it says like it's going to start at 5 o'clock. So, I mean, that's when I eat dinner anyway,
Yeah.
So I'll sit down and I'll watch the match they're streaming, but I never see it coming from here.
Oh, okay. Yeah. This
I
is
guess I got to look a little closer.
Friday nights. We start at 6 o'clock. Every Friday night.
Ah, that's why I eat dinner at 5.
Yeah.
And then they have 2 preliminary matches and then one big match. And
Right,
They,
I
they
treat it
might
like-
play 8-ball, they might play 9-ball, they might
Yeah.
play 10-ball.
Or some one pocket. We've had some one pocket, like
Yeah.
a couple matches. So I treat it like a UFC fight card where the preliminary matches are like people that are kind of getting their feet wet. Maybe they don't play
The
for money as
undercard.
much. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, we had a pretty good player who's sitting over there right now, just dogged his butt off
Oh, which one?
with the white hat on.
Yeah, the
Oh,
guy with
Eric
the
Stanley?
black and
And
white,
he's a good player.
He's a good player, but he played real bad in his
He
match.
played awful,
Yeah.
which none of us have ever done, of course.
Yeah. No, never.
Or at least I don't remember. Actually, there's a roofer with. Geez, I've known her a long time. I know her last name. I can't remember.
Ruan.
Riwan?
Rewan.
Ruan.
Rewan.
Well, it's Riwian. That's how you.
I know, but she pronounces it Ruan.
Ruan.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Straight
He's
stroke.
ready.
Straight stroke.
Yeah.
He's ready.
All right. I'm gonna,
That's what happens when you practice too much.
Yeah. Too much
Good
and
job,
too
you
fast.
guys. Love
Nice
listening
seeing you
to
again.
two. Yeah, great
glad to see
seeing
you around.
All right. We'll see you.
I am
guys.
happy,
Kat.
happy to be here, buddy.
Tell me about it.
I had to go get a new battery in my car today. Damn, I have a Honda Insight, and they are notoriously awful in cold weather.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a 4 or 5 year old battery, and
Well, it's got a small engine. What size battery do you put in it?
it's a 12-volt battery, but it's low amp battery.
That's what I'm talking about. Your amperage.
Yeah. So anyway, it's an old battery. So I would charge it. I trickle charged it, and it says, "Oh, it'll full. It's charged." So I could start it, but it was what they call a silent start, which means the other battery is doing, because it's a hybrid.
Mm.
The other battery was doing more of the work. So anyway, I figured I was going to call the auto club, and say, "Come on out and get it." Yeah, I can't, I ain't supposed to even lift a battery, let alone put it in there by myself. So I was going to call the auto club, and they says, look, there's no chance of us getting out there with all them jerks up on the road trying to get to the snow, you know. So I called up the parts store, and I says, if I come and buy a battery from you, will you put it in for me? And he said, no. He said, you know, we're short help like every other business in the world right now.
AutoZone does.
Well, anyway, I said, what would you do if you were me? Because I got to go someplace tonight. And he says, right next door to me is J&J Automotive. He'll treat you real fair. You know what they charged me to put the battery in? $11. Because there's not, you know, nothing.
Yeah.
And I mean, the battery was $160, but
Right.
They should have put it in for free.
I think AutoZone.
hey,
AutoZone will do it for you.
Yeah.
well,
usually does
but
it
he,
for
you know,
free.
he said, well, he said the Napa battery you had in there now is, it's 5-6 years old, which it looks like. They were pretty good batteries in, but they changed to another company that has piece of shit batteries that you're lucky if it lasts 2-3 years.
Uh-huh.
You know,
Now, how many cold cranking amps do you have in the one you put in?
I don't know. I just drove it away.
Yeah, man, you got to put a good battery in.
Well, we got a
You know,
SUV.
You're supposed to match your cranking amps to your cubic inches. So if you've got a 350 cubic inch engine, you should have at least 350 cold cranking amps. But
I got
everybody goes higher, you know, like 800, 900, and you're just a lot better off.
Yeah, I don't know a whole lot about
I was doing
the
it all my
cranking
life.
amps in my engine.
I've
I
been
thought
doing
you
it all
worked
my
on
life.
motorcycles.
Well, I started out working on cars. I've worked on Rolls-Royce, Lamborghini, Ferrari, Porsche, Mercedes, BMW, all the exotics.
Eric Grubbs, yeah, that is Chris Gentile on the table next door. He's playing Sean Tur.
Who is playing?
Chris Gentile and Sean Tur, table 5.
Ooh, that's going to be a good match. Both
Yeah.
two very good local players. Chris Gentile, not the Chris Gentile from Chicago, who probably plays a little bit better than this guy.
That was going to be my question.
The Chris Gentile from Chicago came in second in the U.S. Open One Pocket in Las Vegas the year that I came in 7th and 8th, which is about 8-9 years ago, I guess. He could really he beat me, and Alex Pagalayan beat me, and they finished 2nd and 3rd behind Efren. Great tournament. I had a lot of fun in it. And so I says, well, I'll be back next year. I went back next year and went 2 and out. So who knows? You know. But I'll tell you what I did, you know, since we have a little time and I
Yeah.
like to tell stories. My first match was 6.5 hours with Bernie from Phoenix, good player. And he tried to slow play me and it didn't work. I beat him on the hill. 6.5 hours.
Jeez.
Race to 4. So
Oh.
I have no time to get to, you know, John, you're up on table, and that was with Chris Gentile. Beat me quick. So now I'm in the money, pretty good, you know. And they say you got one more match tonight, and it's like midnight. I've been playing since 11 in the morning or something, and never a break. So San Jose Dick and Frank the Barber, my buddy Frank the Barber was there.
Almanza?
Frank Almanza. So we went to the bar, and I never ever drink when I play pool. I had 2 shots, and then I got a Pepsi with more in it, and I went to the table, and I played my butt off. I beat this guy, good player, Paul Song from Florida, really good player. I just played great. So don't you know I was running around with a flask in my case for about a month.
Sometimes it's
It
good
never
to take
helped
a drink.
again.
Never worked again.
It never
yeah.
worked again.
Just
I don't
to
know.
relax you.
I don't know if it was the sugar or what, but that one time it worked.
Made it so you didn't think about how exhausted you were.
I was tired, I
Yeah.
was tired. I mean, the 6.5 hour match was tired. That's a lot of concentrating.
6.5 hours. Oh my gosh.
Well, I mean, I've played longer than that. I was always a long-winded player. I wonder who won between Hugo and Chris Cruz. I won a tournament at California Billiards just a few years back. My last 3 matches were Amar. I was on the winner side. I hadn't lost a match. Started at 1:30, and this was early in the morning. Joey Barnes, real good player, black player from Texas. Joey Barnes, Amar, and then Joey Barnes again.
Yeah, he's a good player.
And I end up winning it at 6:30 in the morning. Best one pocket I played in years and years. Don't know what got into me, but you can't. You just take advantage of it when it happens. I was so jacked up. It's a 2.5 hour drive for me to go home from there. And Eric Kraus was there with his motorhome. He says, "John, you got to be tired. Come on, sleep for a couple hours." I says, "I'm so jacked up, I'm going home." And I drove home.
Mm-hmm. And that was from where?
Then it was in Mountain View.
Yeah.
Mountain View to Placer. It was 2.5 hours. And it was a nice little tournament for $30. Paid $600. Hugo will be looking for some action. That's the trouble with the tournaments. There's no tournaments, until probably late. And then they're liable to get 100 players in the 9-ball.
Yeah, I would hope so. I was a little
Well,
worried.
I will not be commentating any 9-ball.
Sure.
I'll be watching and rooting from home, I think. Because I think tomorrow's going to be a hectic day. I'll hang in there as long as I can.
Yeah, tomorrow's got potential to be a long day.
So there.
Now, they didn't start until 7 tonight, right?
Correct, yeah.
Now, tomorrow, what time are they going to start?
I believe at noon.
That's what I figured. They'd start a lot earlier.
Yeah. Let me double check the flyer. We can pull that up right here, actually.
He's Nick's buddy from Arizona that he's playing, isn't he?
Oh, it doesn't say.
Yeah, some people that were coming got snowed in. Yeah, I think that guy's giving Nick all he wants here. There's 2 balls left on the table.
One of them's in
The
the
score's
jaws.
2-1.
3 balls, isn't it?
I'm looking at table 2.
Yeah.
There's 3 balls?
Isn't that 2 balls together up at this end? It could be my vision. Maybe that is only 1 ball. Looks like the 11.
It's the 1 or the 9. Are you colorblind too?
No, the cue ball is with the 1 ball down in the corner pocket, right?
The cue ball is down here with a
No.
with.
No, so there's the 9's in the corner where he's leaning over, and then there's 2 balls right.
Oh,
at this
there are
end of
2
the
balls.
table.
So Rocky can see better than I thought.
It's
So-
Rico, if you don't mind.
Rico, Rocky. I've called you Rocky for years, but it's
You know,
Rico.
That's nothing. I worked for Harley Davidson for years, and the owner always called me Rocco. I worked for the guy for years, and never did the guy ever call me by my right name.
It's a sign of affection.
Oh, that is the cue ball up here.
A couple of these strangers look like they could play a little bit. This guy on table 3 is dabbing in a little. Who's he playing? Yeah. I probably shouldn't have bragged on him because usually they miss a straight in when you brag on them.
A commentator's curse.
Commentator's curse. I gotta see it. Oops, I forgot to post that on AZB. Oh well. They hate one pocket there almost anyway. I quit looking at it. There's so much goofy posts.
Really?
You gotta wade through. Yeah, I mean it's a great. When I published the paper, I had an agreement with them that I could take, some of their reporters and stuff and put it in my paper. So I did, They've grown, onepocket.org, for any of you people out there that are interested in One Pocket, it's been around, quite a few years, 15 years maybe. I met him here when he just started it. And anything you want to learn or know or just read about One Pocket, you can find on there. People all over the world in there now. They set up shots and ask, what would you do here? You get a lot of different opinions. They've got a whole section of my fellow Hall of Famers in there, Bank Pool and One Pocket. And I looked through there and I was kind of proud. I have played quite a few of them over the years, and we won't talk about who got the money. But a lot of them in tournaments. I played Efren a lot of times in tournaments.
Is he just talking to us?
No, everyone's listening.
Oh.
Yeah.
And
I thought we were just
I was
talking
scared to
here.
death.
No,
Just
no.
scared to death of Efren. Rightfully so.
Yeah, that's understandable.
So the San Francisco Open, I am going to play the winner of Efren and Warren Kiamko. And I had played at Warren a couple times and didn't beat him, but
Yeah.
a lot closer than Efren. So I'm praying for Warren to beat Efren. And Warren beats him on the hill. And I lose the lag, and Warren puts a 5-pack on me. So doesn't matter. Them guys all play terrific.
I think Warren's one of my favorite players. Oops, you just leaned
He's
over.
grinder, boy. He's a solid
Yeah, he is.
player. He's right there in every tournament he plays. All them big money One Pocket tournaments that they have goes for way low in the Calcutta, and he's always right there.
Mhm. It's getting pretty quiet out there.
Well, it is Thursday night.
Yeah, I keep forgetting it's Thursday because, normally,
You're here on Friday.
yeah, on the weekends, yeah. Joe Pally, thanks for sharing the stream.
Surprised Joe's not here. He'll probably be here for the 9-ball.
Yeah, Joe, are you coming out this weekend? Thanks, Donald. Thank you for hanging out with us.
Yeah, we got still a little. If they go to another game over there, we got.
I know we could be waiting a while. Huh?
Yeah, we could have slipped one of the easy sets in here.
You know what I could do? Sean Turr and Chris Gentile are at 1-1 right now. I could swing the camera over there. You guys could watch it on the TV screen if you can't see from here. Let's see what we got.
It would. They'd be able to see it out there.
Yeah, on the stream, yeah. It would take me a little bit of time once the match gets started here to get the camera back, but I think we may as well. They're in
Yeah,
kind
we
of
don't.
a
I mean, they are.
situation over
They
there,
are
yeah.
in defense mode over
Yeah,
there. They're,
two balls left. Or
That's,
so we're going to have a bit of an angled view, but let's see what we can do.
Okay, this is Sean Turr, Tur shooting. Very good local player who's just taken up One Pocket not too long ago and picking it up pretty quick. And his opponent is the manager here named Chris Gentile. He's out of Florida, and he's a very, very good rotation player.
He's played more One Pocket since he's gotten here a number of months ago than he has in his entire life. So, and he's actually really enjoying it. So I'm not sure what the ball count is here, but I'm going to put their names up on the screen.
Oscar's going to wear himself out. No, that's how he just hits a million balls.
That's how he got so good, right? He just always hitting balls.
And his dad coaching him, His dad coaching him. Oscar and I used to play one-handed golf for 100 a game, no hickeys. And I was a great one-handed player. You know, when I was a kid, they made me play one-handed to stay in the ring games that I grew up playing in. Because I was just robbing everybody in the little pool room where I grew up in. And he's a great one-handed player, but he's a great one-handed pool player, not snooker player. And I'd win 400 or 500 from him, then I'd fire it at him playing 9-ball. And he was a little bit better 9-ball player than me. I had a job, but close enough that because in L.A., if you wanted to gamble, you had to gamble with the guys from the Mexican pool room because they had no quit in them. If you did win, you're going to win some money. So I won his Gina Q twice. First time I saved it for him and let him buy it back. Second time he said, "Keep the son of a bitch." And we still laugh about that to this day because it was a 5 shafts. I gave it to the pool room owner, who probably sold it for $100, $150. This is back in the late 70s, probably early 80s.
Yeah.
Now that thing, who knows what, it'd be worth fortune.
I used to do that with Dave Piona all the time.
If he went broke, the wood would go, huh?
Yeah. He'd leave his cue, and I'd give him 2 weeks to come back for it. He'd go borrow money. He'd bring somebody to buy his cue back for him.
He was the first guy here to get a cognoscenti, I think. Joey Gold cue out of Chicago. And they were expensive then. They were great, $2,000-3,000 then. And he loved that cue. He loved that cue. He loved that cue. Then one of the lady players offered him a pretty good price for it with a profit, and he didn't love it quite as much then. He sold it to her, and she loved that cue. It was a pretty cue. Joey Gold made pretty cues. Bobby Hunter's cues always looked a lot like him. He still makes pretty cues, and who knows what they cost now. Those top cue makers don't want to make a cue that doesn't sell for $5,000. And Richard Black lives in Texas, and he always showed up at the senior tournament in October that we had there. And I won the first one. It was 70 and over, and then they lowered it to 65. But he would bring some of his cues, and he brought 4 cues one time, and he said, "I already have an order for these cues for $200,000. They were going to have silver in them and this and that." And he says, "That's a nice order to start the year off with."
Yeah.
But they had a little, looked like a shoe shine stand up above one of the only diamond table in the joint, and the cue makers would sit up there and cut jackpots just like pool players.
Hey Sandy, there's no match on the stream table because we're waiting for another match to finish in order to show a match.
I see Josh here. They're playing on quite a few tables out front. They must be.
I think they're playing out through table 16.
Yeah. So if we got 8 here, we got 48 players. So we need 24 tables, right?
Well, there would be a number of first round buys.
Oh, that's true.
Because for 48, you're looking at 12 buys.
My math is a little weak.
Or no, maybe slightly less than that. But anyway, yeah. So they played, I think, on 16 tables. So 32 players were playing at once.
You guys want anything?
There's still 3 balls over there.
I'm okay. John, you want?
You want anything from
Coffee would be nice.
coffee? You sure?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, thanks. No, I'm okay.
Something.
Thanks. No, I've got my water right here. Thank you.
Steak, lobster?
Yeah,
Any-
right. Yeah, sure.
Coffee, how do you take your coffee?
Black.
Black, good. I can figure that one out.
Rico was an action guy down at the original San Francisco guy. Down at the original California Billiards on Stephen Creek. What a great pool room. Huge pool room. Probably 40 tables. They had a 6x12 snooker table. They had a 5x10 snooker table. And they had Gandy tables, Gandy pool tables. and they had like 5 3-cushion tables in the back, and they had the Nationals.
Wait, you're talking about the California Billiards in Mountain View?
No, before Mountain View.
Before that one, okay.
Yeah, and when they lost the lease on the building, because it's in a nice shopping center, a huge building like that, and then it took years, before they finally opened the one in Mountain View. Chet Ito did it. Chet Ito was an engineer, and he took a lot of time trying to make it like, with a raised area to look down on the game. He built a beautiful pool room in Mountain View. It was an old Acura dealership. And then Chet passed, and Chris Schwartz bought it from him and then ran it there for quite a while. And then, again, the city wanted to put units in there, kicked them out, and he moved to Fremont. And he at that time, there was a lot. He's in a furniture area, where big buildings and everything. So he got a really nice space there, and it's been there for quite a while. But we're so lucky to have the kind of owners and the kind of rooms in Northern California that we have, and especially if you like to play in tournaments and you like to gamble. I mean, they have a monthly tournament down there that B. Davison runs. B is here playing somewhere.
Yep, B is here.
Once a month, and they have a couple big tournaments a year that get top players from all over the country, because he adds, he had some $10,000-$15,000 added 10-ball tournaments, and they would try to coordinate them with other tournaments on the West Coast, to get better players there, and they did. They got the best players in the world showing up for that kind of prize money. And here too. I mean, when Tony Torres was the manager here, his dad was like the godfather of all the Filipinos down in Cerritos by Hard Times. So when Boosty and all,
I do remember that. Yeah, they'd all come hang out with Tony.
They'd all come stay with Tony and play here, but they were staying with his dad down there and playing at Hard Times down there or coming up here. So we got to, play with the best players in the world, and the tournaments then were like $50-$60 to get in. That's something that's been traditional in California tournaments, even with the 9-ball tournaments at the Jointed Queue, is low entry fees and get a lot of players. I mean, I played in a tournament at Jointed Queue, 9-ball tournament, I think $40 entry fee. We might have had 130 players. Thank you, Rick. Thank you, Rico. I'll remember your name when you buy me something.
Rocky.
Thank you, Rocky. But and it's and my one of my first tournaments at the Jointed Queue, my first match was with Mike Siegel.
No kidding.
Best player in the world at that time, and possibly the biggest jerk.
Sure.
He could give Earl Strickland the 8, I think, in those days and that. So anyway, I played for 2 days, and the one loss side played him for 3rd place and beat him. Race to 6, you're allowed if you can play to beat anybody. So I turned around to shake his hand, and Frank the barber said, "He's already got the car started." He was out the door.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, it was. I was a happy camper. I cashed pretty good in the tournament, and little Buddy, you wouldn't remember him, but he was a great young player. He'd been on the road with Hawaiian Brian. He come up and asked me to play, and I'm really feeling my oats. I said, "Yeah, but you got to bet something like 500." He almost ripped his jeans getting the money out, and beat me 7 ahead in a couple of hours.
Oh,
and Brian's over there. I was one of the first guys to play Brian when he came over here from Hawaii in El Monte. And Brian's over there giggling, and I says, "What's so funny?" And he says, "We just came back from Texas." He said, "That kid ain't missed a ball in a month." He says that you'd make him bet 500. I loved playing Brian and couldn't beat him doing. I beat him the first couple times I played him when he came here, in another Hawaiian guy, Hawaiian Jay, who we hung around the same place, and he says, "Don't think you can beat that guy, John. He's the best player in Hawaii once he gets settled in." And I didn't care. I just kept playing. Played him with weight. It didn't matter how I played him. I'd go down to 6th and Western and play him. And he said one of the funniest things. I was whining one time. I says, "I can't play anything. You beat me. You give me 9-7 playing one pocket and beat me." I says, "You give me the 7 playing 9-ball and beat me." He says, "Yeah," but he says, "John, I let you write checks." He was funny, but he's top player. He was top player, top money player. Just passed away, I think, last year. Had a pool room in Hawaii. Had a back room where you could play the video games. That's where the money was.
I just see these guys get down to 2 balls, and I realize those guys are still
3 balls.
2 balls on the table. Yeah.
It's okay. Shoot, yeah, it's gonna leave a little bank, Sean. Or how good did you hit it? Hit it good. Looked like pretty close. It's hard when you're scheduled for another match already, and you got to jump.
Yeah.
Over. You need a little bit of a reprieve to get your breath, to do whatever. That Nick Colato? Is that who that was?
It looks like them.
Yeah. Got twin daughters that both play beautiful pool.
Both played jam-up pool.
And the one was the manager of a place over in the East Bay for a long time. I don't think, they closed it. Emmeline, I think.
Emmeline's the stronger player.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, she was the house pro at Broken Rack, I think. You didn't get yourself anything, Rico?
Yeah, I was going to get hot chocolate, but they're out.
This is interesting, and Collins knows more. He's been around since they started, but they hired a Korean cook?
Yeah, I don't know.
But
I don't know his particular origins, but I know that he's playing
like a dozen different noodle dishes now.
Ramen,
ramen
and yakisoba and bulgogi
and you can get. I was watching somebody eating. What do they call the Japanese box?
Bento box.
Bento box.
Yeah,
look
with
very
like a
good.
chicken teriyaki and. Yeah, they are really.
And I was talking to the roofer, who's one of the better players in here, Steve Hausch. And I says, "Gee, they're doing really good with that food. You see a lot of people eating." And he says, "John," he says, "it's hot water and noodles for $14." They love it.
Yeah.
They put a lot of meat in it.
They do, yeah. Like pork and eggs.
It'll fill you up. I couldn't eat the whole thing, and I'm a big eater.
Yeah.
There's Jeremiah Johnson wandering around. Now they're going to be raffling off a Q, too, a Predator Q.
Oh, really?
That's what Oscar said in one of the on Facebook. I won a Mez Q for $20 several years ago. Nice Q. Played with it for a couple of years. Q's never lasted long with me.
Why's that?
Then I'd go off, I'd blame it on the Q, and you'd get another one.
Yeah.
But I've been playing with a Little Al Q, the cheapest Q I ever played with, and I actually got it from Little Al because I was starting to play 3-cushion billiards when they put those Gabriels in here. Because I grew up playing, I used to play 3-cushion a lot in the 60s, and I like that conical taper so much.
Sure.
that I had him make another shaft to play pool with, and I played with it ever since, and I played great with him.
Do you still play with a conical taper?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. I'm a total. I was a Z2 player when the Z2 was like the main narrow low deflection shaft, and now I just love the Revo.
Well, I guess a lot of people do.
Yeah. They might have finished up. Maybe that was a race to 2, Chris and Sean. They might have been hill right there. No, but it's race to 3 both sides, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe they're taking a break.
Maybe they're just taking a break, yeah.
No, someone had 2, isn't they?
No, it's 1-to-1 on the beads.
Oh. They both smoke, don't they?
No. Sean does. Chris does.
Sean does. Well, you got to have a smoke. Here comes Hugo. You can't see him. You can see his tennis shoes walking across. If you see them, don't match up. He's a good player.
Yeah. Let's see. Someone's breaking down cues over there on Nick's table. I'm gonna go use the boys' room, and I'll be back shortly.
I'll continue telling lies.
Yeah, tell stories, and I'm gonna actually recenter this camera because I got a feeling.
Yeah, it's going to start before you get back.
Yeah, they're packing up cues over there on table 2, so let's do this.
So that makes it look like it was De Leon that won it because he had 2.
Right.
I played in the U.S. Open the year after I did so good in it, and I was playing Glenn Atwell, and I didn't know, and he didn't know, that the loser side, the one-loss side, was a race to 2. So he had me 2-1, and we must have played for an hour and a half. And finally someone comes over and says, Glenn already won it. We thought it was the 3-2. Good player out of Portland. Very good player. I suppose he's still playing up there. Well, we're going to get a match going pretty quick.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, well, they got to give the guy a little break.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I think we're back centered, so this should
Yeah.
do.
We are. The Chuck Markulis Memorial at Hard Times Billiards in Sacramento. Streams brought to you by Post Up.
Post Up, baby. Post Up is... This is actually probably a good time for me to say we got 60 people out there watching. If you're not a Sacramento or Northern California local that doesn't know already, Post Up is a challenge to all pool enthusiasts out there to stop waiting for some big sponsor to come through and throw a bunch of money at our game. It's kind of like realizing that there's thousands of us that love the game, and all of us have money, so why wait until we give it to somebody else to decide to give it back to us? And maybe eventually we'll get enough people to contribute, but where we can do something big and do something special. But any money that we raise, I'm using it to make tournaments. So we currently have like 32 people contributing on a monthly basis. That number that you see in the top left corner of your screen, we're currently bringing in over $500 a month that I'm going to be using to make tournaments. And I've got a goal right now for raising $4,000 to do a 4,000 added event. We've already got 300 towards that. So yeah, anybody who's able, willing, wanting to contribute, please check out our Patreon page. It's patreon.com/PostUpLiveStream. You can see it in the description of the video. And we also do have Venmo and CashApp and all that stuff if you want to make a one-off donation too. Every little bit helps.
Thank you, Corey.
So let's get these names updated too.
Believe me, it's great to be back.
Oscar.
Here he comes.
That
All
is
he needed was a drink. Oscar's going to play Nick. Oscar Dominguez is going to play Nick De Leon from Phoenix. Probably their top rotation player next to, I can't remember the other guy. To Mitch Ellerman. And there's other good players too. Scott Frost, of course. How I can forget that.
That guy plays pretty good.
I was so proud of him when the way he played against Tony in that big match earlier in the year.
Mhm.
Everybody thought, well, Scott's fishing, and he's doing this and that. He got his game together and he played good, and he gave Tony all he wanted.
Mm-hmm.
He played really good. So, and I said something positive, or somebody put something really negative about him on AZ Billiards, and I said, where's the love here? What's all? Oh, he's a jerk, whatever. And and he's cocky, and he's this and that. I said, for Christ's sake, I said the guy been the best one pocket player in the world for years. Don't he have a right to be a little cocky?
Yeah, sure.
But he does have a little kind of aggravating demeanor at the table. But those guys that want to win that bad, it's not uncommon.
Yep.
Uh,
That's what makes them, gives them the
They
drive
hate to lose.
The drive to get so good.
they
in the
hate
first
that.
place, right? Yeah.
That's Siegel was like that.
Yeah. Oscar's like that.
Yeah.
Oscar, well, he expresses it more as a love of winning than a hate of losing. But,
Yeah.
yeah, I'll be right
Well,
back.
Earl, Earl's like that. If you've ever caught his act when things went bad, but if you've ever seen him play good, it's unbelievable. All righty, here we go. Pretty quick. Oscar Dominguez, Nick De Leon. Oscar's got to be the favorite, but race to 3, anything can happen. And Nick is a very, very seasoned, good player. Rico, how long's it been since you've played?
25 years. Last guy I played was Lotsa Papa. I played him in Florida.
Wow. I remember him when he came through San Jose. What do you weigh? 500 almost, probably? So smooth.
Yeah, and the guy just...
Hold his head up high.
He
Lots
played-
of Papa. There's a
he's
name
real
from the
good.
past. Great big
and
black
before,
guy.
Before him, the game before that, I played
Monster
the
John.
kid. No, the kid from L.A., Tony Banks.
Tony Banks texted me today.
Is that right?
I haven't heard from him in 20 years. Tony, I hope he's watching. I told him to watch tonight. Yeah, he actually, I talk with Keith McCready. We stay in touch and talk and text and whatever. Well, let's get back to this. Is a game we ought to pay attention to. But I was very surprised to hear from Tony. He's doing well.
That's good. That's good.
He survived cancer, esophageal
Did
cancer.
he?
Then I saw him smoking in Vegas. Tony, you're talking about one of the pool characters. He ran around with Keith McCready. That group was unbelievable. But they were making money hand over fist, blowing it, and just make more.
Yeah, it was funny. When I played him, that guy John Campbell was staking him because John Campbell couldn't beat me, so he brought Tony Banks to play me. I beat Tony fairly easy. And
he could play a little bit. You were playing good then.
yeah,
Oscar-
John Campbell got so mad that he wouldn't give Tony a ride afterwards. He
I
left
ran
him
around
there.
with John Campbell for a while, and we played on a team together, me and him, and Oscar's probably good. Made a very nice kick shot. Gonna probably, run these two and then get up on the three and try to break up the stack unless there's a dead one. But John Campbell was a beauty. Probably smoked more weed than anybody I ever saw in my life. But we went to Vegas. Our team played. We thought we could play me, him, Dave Piona, Gary French, the redhead with the big beard, real good player, bar pool player. I can't think of his name. Anyway, we played. Our first match was the Poorhouse from Chicago, and they'd won that thing about 9 times in a row. Then our next match was a team from Texas that drilled us. They have a lot of good teams in Las Vegas. We thought we did have a good team, but just. Well, I'm surprised. Well, he must have liked the angle on that to get there better. 1, 2, 3. Well, he's gonna have to go behind the log here. He didn't get much. I don't see what he can do. He'll try to get another ball or two over by his hole and put him in the stack, I think. But you see what he's doing, people. He's walking around and looking at a different angle. He's just run some balls. Most people, we'll just slide around to the next shot. But he's paying attention. Got a 4-ball lead. Could have got a good roll there. He might have ball pop out. He might have got out. But now he's gonna try and find something. Might shoot the 11 into the stack and come over. No, and then the
Maybe just stay behind the 9.
Yeah, but then it looks like the 15. But he's not gonna. He's just gonna get the 7 into the 5 or something on his side. Okay. Well, see now, Nick, if he was a one pocket player, which I don't know how much he plays, he'd kick at this 4. And even if he take a scratch, but he's going to send the cue ball down there anyway. Let's see if this works. Too much English, I think. No, he did pretty good.
Bryce Lee, 9, 6, 7, 8. Last 4 numbers. And Lisa McCord once again proving that she's the greatest. Sorry to interrupt.
Oscar, he had a little too much spin on that. Oscar kicked the ball in and then ran 4.
Wow, okay.
Okay, now Nick put a little too much spin on there. And this one's probably all done, folks. Or close to it.
Yeah, I was walking by Eric Stanley and Jermaine. I'm spacing on his last name. He's Jay Laz on Facebook. But I walked by asking, how long do you think this match is going to take? These guys are both straight shooters.
Yeah, they're gonna. These guys are not gatherers; they're hunters.
Yeah, they're run-out players. Yeah.
Well, they had hot chocolate, huh?
Yeah, I went out there. And...
Rico couldn't get any.
Wait, really?
Yeah, he told me they were out.
Well, they knew.
It's actually really funny that you say that because I asked Taylor for it, who's, by the way, a manager here. She's one of she runs shifts here, and so she goes and she says, "Oh, there's none here," and she goes back into the back and grabs some, brings it out, and then the other guy, JJ, says, "Oh, there's hot chocolate back there. I've told like 5 people that we're out of hot chocolate." So
they had
one
one
of the,
left. They were saving it for you.
Yeah, exactly. You're one of the people, I guess he told there was no hot chocolate.
And they even put marshmallow.
No, I asked him 5 times. That's what it was.
Yeah, it's all you. It's too funny.
You just don't come around enough, Rico.
Yeah, exactly. That's what you get when you've got a booth in here. They just make Magical hot
He's
chocolate.
going to
All right.
cross the 8. No. He's going to play safe now and protect his lead. He's got 6.
Yeah, he must have 6, right? Yeah.
Yep.
You kick it out. He's got a pretty nice cue ball.
That's a nice cue ball.
Yeah. See, now he's going to probably get that shot there. Probably earned him the first shot to go for his hole, I think. Because if Oscar takes the obvious shot and goes down here, he can bank the. Okay, he's going to try to get it and hide behind something here. No, he's going to let him shoot it. I think he will shoot it. He's down
Isn't
6. Down 6 zip.
Isn't the 8 in the way here on the 11 ball though?
No. Well, I don't know. From that angle, it's going to be close.
You could bank the 2 from there. Just follow, hit the 9 and follow. Keep going.
Well, so against somebody like Oscar, you don't want to leave nothing
Yeah,
peeking
you
out, I
can't.
don't think.
Yeah.
Well, you're down 6-0.
Oh, it looks
You're
like
supposed
Nick
to shoot.
Nick
He's going
owes
to 2
one.
rail the 9.
2 rail the 9.
I think Nick owes one as well. There's a penny on that pocket.
Yeah. That's a good shot. Got a ball down here. Now, what the hell is he doing? Got it on his side.
Leaving him
Get it, try to-
absolutely nothing to bank at.
Nothing. Yeah, you got that's. Got it near the rail. You're going to have to fan this ball and get it where it'll go, and so we'll send the cue ball down to the corner, the right-hand corner, I think.
Nick Gutierrez, I'm not planning on playing the 9-ball tourney. I'm gonna be in here all day.
What's he doing here? That's not the thing to do, is knock balls down table and leave him where he can knock your balls down table. You need them, almost all of them,
Yeah.
Nick. See, here he goes again. The shot is to come across the 9 and go down table and try to hide something, get behind the 10.
Right. Move the 9 out so it's not a threat.
Bank it on your side,
Yeah, so it's not a
or
threat,
to the middle
and
of the table and send the cue ball down to the end rail.
Right. I get it. Yeah.
And then use the 10 as a blocker, because all these balls, I don't care how good you run the balls. Oh, he's
He's got a bank here on the 7, right?
I probably ought to just shoot the 9 in. He does have bank here in the 7, but it's kind
Does
of a
he?
do or die-er.
Well, you can get the cue ball
Well, yeah,
to
but
the
if
right
you nick,
side of the table. But yeah, if you nick the 2 or something.
if you nick
or-
the 8,
Yeah.
and you certainly don't want to draw it, but he's shooting it anyway. He can probably stroke it down and get it near the 9, but I don't know if he can make it.
He clips the 15.
See, he's really smart. He played more cue ball.
Yeah. I was gonna say almost like a free shot on the 8, but
Now he's going to just shoot the 1, bank it up, put the cue ball down center of the table if he can.
oh, I see. Okay. Just again protecting the lead.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you don't, if you're gambling or in a tournament, you don't get paid any more for winning any faster. And he's pretty much a cinch in this game, especially with all the balls down the table. Ooh.
Very good.
No, he can pocket balls really good. Now, can he see the 14? It looks like he can.
Yeah.
Now, if he stabs this in and just even sticks it or draws it, he can bank the 8 and then go down behind them balls. Oops.
Now he's gonna spot one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Oh, I
not
didn't.
good.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, he owed one. That's not good.
Okay. Bye bye.
Yeah.
Nothing like free coffee.
Rico, the hot chocolate's really good. It's really good.
Oh.
I'm serious. You should go get some. It's good. It's $1.50. There we go.
If he makes that other ball, he could have fought himself back into it maybe a little bit. You see, his rhythm is 9-ball player
Yes,
rhythm,
yeah.
obviously.
Well,
he
you
got
look-
up, two-stroked it, shot
Yeah.
it.
Look at his stroke too, like the way that he.
Yeah, and
It's
I
a very
mean,
fast stroke. You know what I mean? It's not. There's not.
and if you
much,
get to see him in the 9-ball tournament, you'll see how good he plays. But obviously one pocket. He said he hated one pocket, but here he is.
Entry fee for this tournament is $80.
See, he banked. He hit that way too hard.
Well, he hit the third ball too.
Yeah, he's second, third ball. Which is not a bad break. I was telling somebody earlier, look, when your break's not working for you, try anything.
You were telling me that earlier.
Yeah, except kick in the side. Now he gonna shoot this probably into the 4 and draw up behind the 10. And if he can pinch it behind the 10, well, he might. What is he doing here?
Banking.
Huh. Well,
Did Oscar break to the left, or the right?
no, it was Nick's break.
No, on the last game. Did Oscar break to the right side of the table? Because he was shooting into the right pocket.
Oscar's got the same pocket this time. as he
Yeah,
did.
yeah. Even though they're both
So
right-handed.
okay, see now. He's going to shoot the combo, which is not a high percentage shot. I think the shot is to cut the 12 and send the cue ball back where it is. But what the hell do I know?
It's hard to tell somebody they're shooting the wrong
Who's the
shot when they
Who's
make
the
it and
Filipino
run out.
player they call the Volcano?
I have no idea.
Real good. He spends more time. He doesn't come over here like he used to. But I played him in one of these tournaments. Nice shot there, Nick. You could have got a better break than that.
Felipe?
No. A real good, from the Philippines player. Good player. Ronnie Alcano.
Oh, yeah.
So anyway, he can't spell one pocket then. So I just played him safe. He back cut a ball that was unbelievable and ran 8. Put me in a coma.
Wow, Nick's got a great cue ball. Look at that.
Yeah, he's a very good player. He's just not enough. He hadn't played enough one pocket probably to know a lot of the shots. He's got great pull sense.
I mean, thinning
Which
that
helps.
ball that thin and getting the speed on the cue ball to get him that close to the right rail is you got to have a good sense of the cue ball.
See, there was one he probably could have shot. He didn't want to make it. He wanted a ball on each side of the pocket. That's the
Yeah.
biggest move you can do. Now, wherever he goes, if Oscar can see the 12, he's gonna try to stick him on that ball. No good. He did drop back a little, I think. Oh, he's going to bank instead. Get another ball over there. He's going to be a gatherer this time.
Mm-hmm.
Might even shoot it hard enough to make it, but no.
Boy, and he's got to protect it with those balls.
Yeah, so
He wanted it to get above the pocket, like you were saying,
yeah,
right? To have
yeah,
threats on
yeah.
both sides. Because there's still a safe window for the cue ball, moderately safe.
But he is slowly turning it around, against these good players, you better win on your break. Oh, he can take them out maybe. It's dangerous. Nice cue ball. Yeah, just took the simple out. "48 players here, folks. We're going to have a long day tomorrow, I
Yeah.
think. I think this might be the last round tonight.
It is, yeah.
Okay.
We're not playing any one lost side action tonight.
I like that because some of these guys come a long way. You don't want to send them home the first day.
Right.
I
Go sleep in the hotel so that you don't come back tomorrow to play.
Yeah, no, I love that rule. That's one of the things, the problems. We have a lot of, onepocket.org has a lot of regional tournaments that have gotten very popular where just they pick a place we've never been and they'll get Uh-oh.
Well, so what are we doing
30,
there?
yeah, get 32 players or so there. But in order to, because it's we're spoiled here. They have so many tables, they can use as many as they want.
Yeah.
But some of the places, like they just had one back in Mississippi, so they've got to play 3 rounds the first day, and that means some of the guys don't last till the next day.
We're looking at up to 6 balls without having to break anything out here.
Well, it depends on the angle that he gets on the 9 here. Whether he, if he gets too high, he'll come down for the other balls. If he gets just right, he'll run into the balls. He got just right. It looks no. Yeah, he got probably just right. Now he goes into the 14. Maybe. Maybe not.
Just punching it around. He was too straight. He would have hit the wrong side of the 14, I think, if he followed the ball.
And then you might get stuck in there and everything. He's
Right.
probably going to get 2 more balls. And then he might get an angle here
to go up to the 10.
No, to go into the balls.
Or into the balls, sure. Or neither. He's pretty flat here.
No, thank you.
What are we at here? We're at 5, I think.
You going to go get hot chocolate?
No, not unless I got a reason to go out there.
Yeah.
I mean, I just feel stupid if I get out there and he told me they were out.
Get out there. Come on. I'll buy it for you.
Into the stack. Oh, he didn't quite get there. Did he? Oh, yeah, he did. He had a little spin on it. You got 6 again already?
I believe it's 6. It's either 5 or 6.
We don't keep very close count on the score here, guys. But
yeah, it is 6.
Ronnie Alcano.
The volcano.
Okay, well, thank you, Salim. He could pocket those balls, I'll tell you that. He won the 9-ball tournament in Galveston, that's about 10 years ago, where they had every top Filipino player there. And the guy that put that tournament, I guess Galveston had a big Filipino community, and he had put benches up everywhere. He thought every Filipino in town was going to show up to watch these champions play. And he ended up losing his butt on that deal. He had a lot of money, a lot of added money. Okay, here's a spot.
You can't see the ball in the hole.
You got to bank at the 14 and try to get up, and for a one pocket player, the 14 is probably a 60-70% shot. No sense torturing yourself from there.
Not at all. Yeah, I'm curious to see where Oscar's going to break to, because I think he broke.
Well, he probably knows which pocket is best, I would.
Oh, as far as the table goes?
Oh, yeah. Every table's got its little idiosyncrasies.
Oh, yeah. So maybe the other side of the table's got a funny roll coming down or something.
Yeah.
Oscar would know. I mean, this is the table he practices on when no one else is here. So.
Well, they played 2 racks and only 1 ball's going in that other pocket.
Yeah. Yeah. And it got spotted up, right?
Yeah, he had to give it back.
Yeah, he's breaking the same way, so.
Yeah, and a lot of these tournaments, the draw has a lot to do with it. Get your confidence going. There are plenty of weak 1 pocket players, and I hate not nice to say, but there are plenty of weaker players in this tournament out of the 48 players. Be nice to see. By the way, Billy Palmer came out of retirement for this tournament. be nice to see how he's playing. Billy back in the day finished second to Efren in one of the U.S. Open one pockets, I think, when he was playing good. Family man, and quit playing, got a job as a longshoreman, and quit playing. Quit playing for 7 years. Okay, here's an interesting shot. I think he's going to bank it into the stack and try to hide the cue ball under the 6.
Bank it 2 rails?
Unless it'll go like this.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were talking about the
just
banking
like
6
that.
into the stack.
Just like that. Pretty standard shot for a one-pocket player, but now he can get under it. Oh, nice cue ball. I would have gone the other way with not as much draw and behind the 4 and just spun it.
Mm-hmm.
Was easier for me, but he did what. Now see the guy sitting, the older guy with the balding head and the goatee, drinking water. That's my good friend Ed Neves. We call him ATM Eddie.
Now, why would you give him a name like that?
Because he loves to play 20, 30 a game.
He just pops out the $20 bills whenever you
ask.
He
could play a little bit, He's a smart guy, and he's learned how to play a little bit. But he's 70-something years old. He just loves it. He came, he came to. He loved to play. Loves one pocket. He and I communicate a lot about horse racing together, which is my other hobby. When I was
hobby. Yeah.
Well, I played them since I was a kid. I grew up. I raised my family in Arcadia. I worked at Santa Anita Insurance, and I wrote insurance for Nice Shot Oscar. That's
a real nice shot. I never would have even been able to see.
Well, here's an aggressive shot now, and it should be at 2 rails on the 13 and the cue ball down there. Okay. So now they're just going to bump probably on that ball and try not to leave a dead ball. I don't know what else he's going to do. Of course, he can get down there. He's got blockers. If he can get down table right. With the 13 to 7, and if he can get the only if the 4 will go if he doesn't get down there far enough. That's a little dangerous, but he's got such a good cue ball. So he's going to try to break them balls up where they go and get it down there. Okay. And just about perfect. But, well, I don't see anything.
He's doubled up on everything, it looks like.
Yeah. He might shoot the 3. You might say,
No way. No, I don't think he can see it, actually. I'm looking at it right now.
Okay. Well, and the angle's not quite right on to 2 rail the 8 for a safety. He can come off the 14 and break them balls up would be a good idea. He's going to try the 2 railer. Nice shot again. I'm impressed. See, you see, not being a one pocket player, he sees things out. I would cut a ball over and break that 13 and 7 up so they go for my hole, and then it looked like he had an angle to do the same thing, but he didn't see it that way.
This is really effective because Oscar doesn't even have any balls he can move towards his hole now, and it's tough to get
simple shot
safe.
Like that might get you the first shot to go for your hole, but it looks like he can see the 6.
The 6, yeah, making me eat my words. Wow, Oscar slowed down.
Well, if the 10 goes, it's bye-bye already.
Yeah. There's room to spin here.
Oh, not.
Maybe not.
Oh,
yeah, it was pointing up towards the rail.
Yeah. Pretty effective what he did do. So he's going to try and thin the 11, I think, and just block him from making the ball. He's going to prolong the agony.
Yeah,
he's going to prolong the agony a little while.
Yeah. There is room to kick.
That's a good kick because you can ticky it out of there maybe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's room on the right side of the 8. The natural kick.
Now he's going to draw down. He's going to. Okay, let's split them balls around.
Lisa, Oscar didn't get a rail when he bumped the 10 over there. That's why he owed a ball.
Well, can he cut this in? I don't think so. Nick has a nice cue ball.
Yeah, he's got a real nice cue ball.
Well, we're going to be out here pretty early.
Yeah, tell me. I'm going to hit some balls tonight. I mean, it's like...
I'm not.
Yeah.
But I will get some.
When you haven't hit balls yet, have you?
It's probably been 2 months since I tried, and I felt so uncomfortable, but I couldn't stand up for very long. Now I'm pretty much walking around the house, without a cane, but going up and down these stairs I brought, and it wears me out, but it's just a slow, back surgery takes so long to get over. It was almost 11 months ago.
Did you listen to the podcast with Jim Fabular? Did you find the podcast?
I knew you did it. I did not.
You ought to listen to it. It's a great conversation. But he's telling me that he needs you to get better so that you guys can play your 1,000th match.
I'll tell you what. When I beat Shane here, and then my next match I went hill with Corey Duell, who won and lost.
He won that tournament too.
He won the tournament. He essentially won our match because it was his break the last time, and he laid down a break, and I just made it last as long as I can. And, I'm still feeling pretty good. Then Jim knocked me out.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
He's a great guy.
I hope he's one of the greatest.
He is. I like his outlook on life and family and everything. That's the one thing I miss. My boys did come down a couple times when I was sick, but I have one son that lives in Seattle and one that lives in L.A. And it's nice, to have his family's pretty much, I guess San Diego's the farthest away one of his boys is. Oh, not quite.
Almost got a real bad roll off of that ball.
Yeah, a little harder. See, there is a common mistake, but he couldn't have shot it too hard because then you come over on the deuce. But
these guys shoot perfectly straight, so
yeah, he did. Now this is a little funny angle too.
He has 4 here. Does he have 4? 5. He has 5 already. He only needs 3 more.
Well, he's got the stroke. He can probably stun this and get a good angle on the deuce. But he's going to... Is that what he's doing? Can't tell. Looks like he's cueing it low. Yeah. See that? He made that look easy. That was harder than it looked.
Yes.
Of course, you can blame it on the Revo.
He's not playing with a Revo. He's playing with the Q-Tech carbon fiber shaft.
Whatever. So here, you got some balls down table. If you miss, Oscar's going to get at least 4.
But he only needs 1.
So you just want to pocket speed, just like that.
Yeah, just like that rotation player.
So that's what happens. That's what happens when you make a mistake against a straight shooter like him.
Pocket speed, drills it like like that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Lisa,
that's why I'm in the Hall of Fame.
Lisa, this is John Henderson. John Henderson himself. She's asking who's in the booth with me. And Rico's hanging out too.
He talks too much.
John Henderson?
Oh, no, Rico.
Look how hard he hit those balls. Look at that.
That's the way he breaks. I just done it both times. But now you know why you don't leave guys like that a shot.
He said yesterday, I'm going to play the one pocket tournament, but I hate the game. I'm going to break them like 8-ball and hope for the best.
Corey did.
Corey Duell.
Yeah.
He splashed some wide open.
I remember watching the videos when he was what, like 17 or 18 or whatever.
No,
Now.
no.
Oh, he still does?
Yeah.
No, he'll break. He has a break where he hits the second ball like an 8-ball break,
Right.
and draws the cue ball all the way back 2 rails to where it was, and it can be a devastating break sometimes because the balls all come back over to your hole.
Huh.
And at the worst case scenario, he had it down where he's leaving the ball almost on the rail, and the guy got to make a long shot, do or die shot,
Yeah.
or don't have no shot because the balls are blocking everything.
He takes the pocket on the same side of the rack that he hit.
Yeah, and he shoots that
Right.
that 8-ball break.
I see what you're saying, yeah.
Oh my gosh, now this he could smack it hard. Yeah. Oh,
Don't tie him up.
Oh, he's all right. Maybe they get a good player.
They combo, but you got to be at the right spot on the table now.
There's B. Davison. Be interesting to get out, talk to my friends I haven't seen for a while.
Braylon Jensen, these guys are playing one pocket.
Look at, it's sick.
It's disgusting how good he can just walk up and hit that, no problem.
Now, if this was Dennis Orculio's shot, he'd just ram that 3 in, draw it back, and run out.
Right.
Or Tony Chohan. But you know what? Those guys have changed their style as they've tightened these pockets up a little bit.
Sure.
I know when they're playing at Buffalo, that it wasn't near as common for them to do that, because those pockets were so tight. Buffalo Billiards in New Orleans.
Nick's in a world of hurt right here.
He's going to try and
He's
draw.
got to hit this ball really good.
He's going to try to make the 13.
Or just get underneath it.
How's that cue ball? Hello.
Okay.
No, I hate one pocket.
Yeah. You should quit.
That's pretty sporty right there. He's going to get a shot, I think. I don't know. Oscar can probably stun it and hide it, but he might get a chance to ram him out of there.
He's shooting at this 3?
3 ball.
He's going to leave him distance.
Stop it. Tell me he corner hooked him. Not quite.
And that, people, are why they're not all running here to play Oscar for money.
Oh my gosh.
No,
And
I
the
think
3 ends up like
he's
like
taking
right
a
on
chance
his-
here, but he could clear them all out and get them on his side. Watch. How's that shot?
Oh my gosh.
We are seeing some.
We're
more
seeing
fun.
some good stuff.
We're seeing some good stuff here, folks.
Yeah.
Okay, he's gonna try and put him in the stack to protect that 7. Or on the ball. Okay. Aha. He can see the 7 ball, I think.
Oscar reacted very negatively, right?
Well, he
Given
can
it-
see
given
he
his-
let him see the 7. You know,
Right,
he's
yeah.
6 inches short. If he freezes him on the deuce, he's gonna shoot 1.5 of them draw shots off the 5 again that he's hit so well.
Yeah, he's hit 2 of those complete.
If he can hit the
gin.
full ball here, he should just bank it into the 5 and spin behind the 12. If he can see that much of the ball, he might only be able to see the other side.
Mm-hmm. I can actually do this.
Hi, Jeff
He's-
Gregory. You're watching on your phone because I know you're here. See, that's what he tried to do. That was the shot. But he didn't, he must not have been able to see it quite enough. Because
Yeah.
if the idea is to break them balls up where some will go to your hole. Now this time he's probably going to get buried. Or no, he's going to shoot the 1
The 1's going to get real close to Oscar's hole.
or in.
He's got it
All
covered.
right.
Unless he can see the 15. I don't think he can even see the 15 to get both those balls out of there. No.
He might hit it. I can't hit it thin to do. He might be just banking for his hole. Oh, he could get in there. Well, I'll tell you what. He's got a nice cue ball.
Yeah.
I think I told you that before.
Yeah. Once or twice.
Yeah, I'm impressed. We're lucky maybe that he don't like one pocket.
Somebody needs to teach him.
Go get him, John.
Uh-oh, uh-oh. Little too aggressive, Oscar. Okay. He runs into the 13. He don't scratch off it. Oh, he's going to draw back for the 14. Oh, he didn't get another shot.
When he got a jelly roll.
Well, he missed.
He didn't want to run into the 3 when he made that ball. Like, if he made that ball,
if he makes it, he comes out for the 10.
Right, yeah, but because he
he's...
missed it, he runs into the 3 and doesn't leave a shot other than this bank. But
okay, what's he going to do here?
He's looking at the...
He's looking at the bank, but that's a little...
That's pretty... I mean, he's got a big pocket, but how do you... You can't really control the 9 that well.
He's thinking of carrying him the 1, but it's a 1, you know... Well, okay, he's going to try and draw... He can try to do something. Is there an angle to draw the right...
Oh, in between the 3 and the 5?
No, into the stack, probably.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't think
he's got to hit this 9.
He got away with
straight.
1. He got away with murder, so...
He's got to hit the 9 straight, and he's got to twist it.
You might be banking this and going around the table. No, I don't know. Too many balls down there.
Yeah. Or just... Come on, dude. I'm so sick of this.
Well, he's got to shoot the 9 now.
Oscar, calm down. It's actually a free cut on the 9.
Oh, he's going to shoot the 4 and go back up. I don't know, because the 7 goes.
Well, there's a lot of traffic there, isn't there? Right, because if he leaves, even if the 7 goes and he leaves in the 7, if
he's got to shoot the 7. He's got nothing else. You know, he's got balls on each side of the pocket. If he shoots a 7, he got a chance to get a bunch of balls. It's a tough shot, probably a 50-50 shot for him. And I think he's got enough room to do it.
After all that action, Oscar got 1 ball.
What's he looking at?
He's trying to see if he can take things out because he can see the 15. So he's maybe hoping to make the 4 and get those other 2 balls out of there. Yeah, I think he just couldn't quite get the 4.
He might be no, he left him. I'd have gone for that ball.
Yeah.
Do or die.
Yeah.
Maybe, maybe not. Oh, he's seeing where he wants to go with the cue ball.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen.
Just like we'd have done at Collins.
Oh, it's easy actually. The way it was sitting, it was just easy.
Yeah, he had a nice shot there.
That's a nice shot.
He had a pretty easy shot to get over there. How are they doing out front? So they got mostly tournament going, huh? Thursday night, I don't know how busy they are on Thursday night. Oh,
he miscued.
Yeah, I'm sure he was going for it and trying to stun it back for the 14.
You don't think he was just trying to stick him? No.
No.
Yeah.
All right, he gets an angle on the... If he can spin this and get the right angle on the 7, or maybe the combo is pretty good.
It looks like the 10-11 combo goes.
2-2 with Gentile and Tour. Well, he's going to go the other way. Oh, no, he's spinning it. Yeah.
He knows what order to play the balls in. I mean...
Well, maybe not. He's looking at the ball closest to the hole.
Unless the 7 don't go. The 7 goes, right? You can
7 goes.
Yeah.
7 goes, yeah. I mean, I'd look at the combo, too, but I guess it's not straight in. Well, now he's going to shoot the combo. because he can cut it and come back. He's going to make a game of it, peoples.
He's got insurance on the next ball, and if he makes this ball, all the other balls are going to be wide open.
No.
You don't think so?
No, I think they're tied up. He's gonna.
It won't open them.
He's gonna.
He's a rotation player. He's going to hit him. See, he needed. Yeah, that's it.
You got a little lucky
gamble.
here. Yeah, he's not a combination guy. I don't think any of these balls, or unless, can he see the 5 enough? Looks like it's close.
I think it just goes, but he's going to be jacked up over the 6.
It'll 2-rail down to the 9, probably. Unless he wants to slow roll it and bank. He ain't going to slow roll it.
Jacked up. Yeah. And then putting any side obviously doesn't work, right?
Yeah.
Low cue ball. Jacked up. This is a tough shot.
I think he's going to. See, you spin down on the 9. If that doesn't work, you still got a cross on the 12 or whatever that ball is.
Mm-hmm.
Is he trying to start a fire?
Mm-hmm.
He miscued. He's trying to.
Well, he miscues once. He'll go to work.
Yeah.
That's that obsession Oscar talks about.
There's Billy Palmer.
Got to be a little obsessed, especially if he is planning to jack up and draw this ball.
He's putting another shaft on. Kind of lucky that miscue didn't cost him the game. Nick had a chance there. I'm very impressed with Nick's cue ball. Oh, for crying out loud. I haven't seen Billy for a long time. From Reno. Got some of the Reno
just rolling
boys
it.
driving down from the snow. Uh-oh.
Wow, that's problems for Nick.
Bye-bye. Yeah, he had a chance to win another one. So what is Christy doing here? Is she some kind of accountant or something?
She is basically like the support for Oscar and Des in both businesses.
Oh,
right?
okay.
Like, so she helps out with queue sales and making sure that the queues get to the right people and organizing all the money for that or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good for her.
You thought that was Billy Palmer?
That is Billy Palmer.
I just talked to Billy a minute ago. That wasn't him.
That's not him?
I don't think
No.
that's Billy. I think that's one of the regs here that comes in
Oh,
often here.
because Billy got the black mask on. That guy's a little heavier than Billy. And
Yeah,
Billy's
that's just a fat guy.
well, Billy is no lightweight, but
What are we doing here? Isn't the 12 ball didn't go, I guess?
No.
It looked, that was deceiving. I was
Yeah,
almost certain that he was
we
able to
still
run
got
out
a
from
game.
there. Good question. I don't think I saw Sargon, Jason Williams, or Bryce Avila here today.
Surprised Bryce isn't here. Sargon maybe has picked up one pocket.
He played in the POV. He played in the POV event, but
Yeah, he did.
I found him a place to stand.
Sargon is like the American snooker champion 8
Yeah.
years in a row or something
yeah,
like that.
he's an incredible.
And they don't even have it anymore, as far as I know.
Well, it's probably because he just kept winning. Why would we even have it? We know who's going to win.
Bob Jewett was an officer in that, treasurer or something.
You ever notice Sargon? Every time he gets down on the ball, it's one stroke. He just gets down, dead center, doesn't do any practice strokes, pulls back, pulls the trigger every time. No practice strokes.
Nice man.
Yeah, I like Sargon.
We played a couple times in Mez West. He had to give me a game, and I beat him. So what's the score?
4-3.
Who's got 4?
It might
Oscar has 3.
It's 3-3. 3-3.
Math is not our strong suit, people.
I wonder if...
Oh, I didn't stick it out to the 3rd grade for nothing.
What's a 3rd grade?
Well, there's nothing wrong with knocking them up table now. That's what you know. Got that. What's else going to try to draw back, spread them out? Danger here is leaving something to come back on, but he didn't. This is he's got to shoot this one. Our first down table game. Nice cue ball again. Simple shot, but very effective.
The 6 and 10 for Nick are
Problematic.
quite limiting, yeah.
Well, he can't do anything there. You know, if he shoots something there, he leaves a bank on the 12. He doesn't
Yeah.
want to do that. So you're going to snuggle up on the 13.
Would have been nice if the 12 went a little further.
Yeah.
So,
Well, it's 2-2 over there, Shanter and Chris Gentile. So that's a good one. Right in the middle of the table on the rail. That's where you want it. Now, Oscar's probably got himself in a position where he's going to get the first shot. It's hard to shoot the shot off the rail, but he'd like to 2-rail the 9 tight and either break the 6 and the 12 up or get between the 6 and the 2, but he's going to leave something, I'm afraid. Yeah, nice shot. Oscar can't go for the 8, I don't think. Well, maybe because it runs into the right side of the 14.
The bottom of it, yeah.
Yeah, so he
Should
could
be.
get a couple balls out of this.
This game is so difficult.
It's he's making it look a little simpler.
I mean,
That's that's of course everybody's watching these champions play all the time on YouTube and whatever,
it
and
makes the game look so easy.
yeah, it ain't that easy, but it's a great game. Playing chess on a pool table. And get out there and buy One Pocket, a game of controlled aggression by Tom Worth.
I love that name.
It's a great book. It's a great book. $69, and it's it's all top players say it's the best book they think on One Pocket that's ever been written. I'm gonna bring a copy tomorrow if you guys, some of you guys can look at it. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's 4-3 now.
Should be 5. 5.
Oh, I was counting the cue ball as a ball.
It's all right,
Can't do
John.
without it.
It's all right, John. You've been out of the game for a while.
Okay, now what's he got to do? Maybe shoot the 14, and if the cue ball misses the 3, and bring it back down here.
You don't just bank the 3?
Well, yeah, I guess he does have room there, doesn't he? No, I wouldn't bank the 3.
No.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm turning in my microphone. Now here's a shot. Most they'd bank the 14 warp speed. I think he's going to cut the.
He's cutting the 10.
Yeah, it's a safe. Oh, how did he hit it, folks?
Oh my goodness. He's
Oh, not quite far enough.
Please make it stop. Please.
To scratch.
These-
Okay, now
These
cut to
shots.
12 and come back down.
And just like that,
Don't
it's
scratch.
5-5 on this game.
Scores 2-1 Oscar right now, but Nick's hanging in there. He looked pretty weak the first game or two, but he's adjusted. Well, this will be the last set, but there will be some kind of action on this
Probably.
table, I believe. Might be rotation, might be one pocket, but I don't know. We got a lot of guys here that like to play.
Fair warning, I probably won't be covering it because if there is, unless it's some insane action, but I don't want to burn myself out. I got a long weekend ahead of me, and I got to get some good sleep tonight.
I think that's a good idea. I'm going to go out and get something to eat, and then I'll be heading home.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go home and make me a hot chocolate.
Rico.
You know, I what are the machines where you put the little cups in them for coffee? And
The Keurig.
Keurig. I have a Keurig,
Mm-hmm.
and you can get great hot chocolate. It's pretty good for
Yeah.
just water in the Keurig. And I love
And it froths it up just a little bit too. Like you get a little bit of froth on the top.
Not
right?
much, but
Not
the
really,
end
no.
of it, yeah, they do. You
Yeah.
know, but I mean, there's so many different kinds. I started off with, one I saw in the market, and I thought, oh, gee, that'll be
Shots.
good. But I got now a real dark chocolate one that I really like.
I don't think that shot
I'll
that you
bet
just shot was
you,
any good.
Chris might be trying to match up down there with Hugo. They're talking.
Chris Cruz, yeah.
Yeah. But I love the coffee that it makes too. There's one from San Francisco Bay Fog Cutter, really good. Now, Oscar got a shot. He's going to try to spin down on the 6th. Uh-oh. Ooh, this is dangerous. That's what happens when you load that ball off. Even as good as he shoots, you load that ball off with that much English, but he crosses this, so he's got 2 balls. At least.
Potentially that 13 goes is if he gets high enough.
He didn't make it.
No.
Much. Oh, now.
Oscar's got kind of a free bank on the 6, right, where he can roll in underneath
No,
the 15. Or
I
no?
don't think so. I mean, maybe.
No,
or
he's
miss the
he's
15.
kicking at something, I think. Oh no, yeah. Well, at least he didn't sell it out.
Well, no, you can bank the 12.
Oh.
Not even looking at it. Now he's looking at it. Free shot. Unless you use the cue ball too much. No. Well, he's got to be careful here. He might could spin this into the 6, but he's got to lose the cue ball. He's just going to take it out. No, he's going to spin it. No. Oh, kick it. Okay. Unless you kick it too far. Yeah. Dangerous. Yeah, he's going to bank this ball and try to go down by the 11 with the cue ball. Well, not quite that far.
It's the second ball, right? Not the 13, but
Yeah,
the 12.
yeah.
Right?
Yeah. There's probably room, but
Yeah, I think
It's got-
there's plenty of room for it to go, but you got to twist it a little bit.
okay. I don't think he can throw it down far enough. Maybe. Oh, yes, he can. Hey, he threw it too far. He really threw that ball.
Wow. I always find myself hitting those perfect to double kiss. I always just hit them too thick or something. I don't know.
That's an effective shot. I don't think there's room. Close. But he'll be getting it close or the ball over on his side. He didn't, yeah. Looky here. Ooh, that ball dived in a little bit. He got a little lucky there. I thought he was going to clear it. He's still got a little bank here.
Yeah, it's almost. I like trying to hit this hard just because it shortens it up for you automatically. Because I feel like when I try to hit it like that, I always goof it up. It's like where you hit the inside of the bank, you know. But
be careful here. You could double kiss and scratch. I don't like. But he cuts the ball so good.
Or you could double kiss
and run out
and leave it perfect. This is his last ball. I hate one pocket. Why don't I just go hill with the arguably best player in the tournament?
Eric Grubbs, where are you? You work nights, don't you? George Tashaya, how are you, buddy? Your fellow Arizonian is playing pretty good. He started off a little weak. He's got better every game. He's giving Oscar all he wants. George's a good player from, not from Phoenix, from Tucson, I think. Isn't that right, George? Good player, good commentator, too. Come on over here and help us commentate. You should be here. Good to hear from you, George. Been a long time. I've watched some streams with you on there. I went to Tucson. How long's that been, George? 11 years? 10, 11 years at least. I was helping a lady friend. Her daughter was having some operation there, and she needed some help driving. And I says, okay, I'll go help you drive, but when I get there, I'm going to the pool room. So I went to the pool room and I beat a couple guys, so then they called up George.
You guessed it, George.
It is John Henderson, George. And we played for a long, long time, and I think I finally ended up game. Uh-oh. See, that's not a bad shot.
He was trying to double him up.
If you hide him.
Yeah.
But he didn't. Maybe he did.
He can't do anything with
but
the
see,
cue
that's
ball.
a one-pocket shot that he shot there. But that's just he's got a lot of pull sense. Both times one game up.
Why wouldn't
George.
you take this ball? I guess he can't see it.
He can't see enough of it, evidently. He's going behind the log a little bit here. He didn't expect this guy to get to 2, I don't think.
Yeah, maybe, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, it's a wonderful feeling when you think you got way the worst of it and all of a sudden you got a chance to win.
Yeah.
And he certainly
It
does.
was nice meeting you.
Yeah, you too, Rico. Thanks.
Rico, it's good to see you. You coming back?
Tonight? No.
No. Tomorrow, Saturday,
I'll
Sunday?
probably be around tomorrow.
I'll get you a hot chocolate.
Yeah.
Okay.
See you guys later.
See ya.
He's a good guy.
You know, I think maybe Oscar could have seen that ball, but maybe he just left it there for later to use it as a ball.
No, he'd
for
have
position.
certainly gone for that.
He would have taken the ball
If he had seen the whole ball, he could have followed it and come back.
and then come out for a bank or something, right?
Yeah, no, he obviously is close enough to. Now, I don't like. Wow. Hello.
Okay.
See, now Oscar can't get enough. Normally he might 3-rail this and follow the ball way down, but there's, that ball goes into So he might bank
Shows
the
how- I was
bank
gonna
the
say.
5, bank the 5, and draw back behind the 11 if he's got the angle. Or do something different. He's gonna just stick this.
Oh,
No.
yikes.
Well, you might get lucky because he's left a combo on the 9, a real easy combo. A real easy combo. He can go between the 11 and hide it,
He sees it.
stun it. He might not get a second shot, but he's going to get a ball in or near his hole. He's got actually a couple shots. The 8 might look good. Huh? Certainly got to shoot one of these. He's going to shoot the 9.
Yeah, he's looking at the 9. It's gotta go though.
Well, he's safe. He can't get in trouble here. Oh, I guess he can. Oh my gosh. See? Nada, one pocket. That's
Yeah.
where because you don't shoot combos like that slow speed. Oscar got away with murder there. Once you make up your mind to go for that combo, you got to go.
Yeah.
And he didn't like it. He knew it was the shot, but he didn't like it, and he kind of let up on the stroke.
God, Oscar hits those draw shots like that so good when he's hitting a specific part of the pocket to bring the cue ball to a very
This
specific
is a little
line.
He's going to try and get out on that 14, and you got to hammer it pretty good to do that. But he's got so many balls.
The 3-5 goes.
He might be playing the combo, and you'll see the difference the way he hits it and the way Nick hit it. Nick had a chance to get out there.
Wow.
That's stroke.
God, Oscar,
They
you're
put
such a
little-
sick human being to be able to.
Well, now
You got to hit that. Your tip, there's like almost no margin for error in your tip placement on that shot.
Well, here's a problem here. He didn't get, he went over too far. So he could probably make the combo, but he's not going to have a second shot. It could have got where, you could make the 3 next.
Sure, yeah.
I think he's, end up playing the 14 off the, well, he's going to go for it.
So, yeah, he's got to cut the 3 quite a bit. The cue ball's going to be moving.
Well, he might draw it back on the other side of the 14 where he can cut it and get behind that 10 and the 9. 13 don't go. I don't think. Does not go. My lady was a English teacher. She wouldn't like that. Or you could do that. Oh, it got a nice little turn at the end there. Got a nice little turn.
Now the 13 goes after the 14's gone.
Yeah.
Gotta go. It's almost perfect. Yeah, okay. He gestures
He
to where he
reminds
wanted.
me of a straight pull player. That's how they used to do if they're an inch off.
Yeah, I wanted the cue ball another 2 inches.
Yeah, he can get on the 13 pretty easily. There's some action, boys, showing. Oh, 2 must go.
Yeah, both these balls go. So if he can get above the 13 after the next ball, even if he has to
He can
do something funny and go up table, come back for the 8 goes, the 13 goes.
How many does he need? 4?
He needs 3.
3?
Yeah. he got above the 11 too. So yeah, he needs 2 balls here.
Yeah, he can spin out for the 13.
It's gonna be a tough shot either way.
See the guy over there holding the Coke
Yep.
on the rail? I think that's the guy from Phoenix. He drives from Phoenix here for every tournament.
Yeah, he said he's been coming here for like 9, 10 years or
Yeah,
something.
yeah. He didn't play in the one
Great
pocket.
shot. That's it. That's gonna be it right there. I'm not sure if Nick knows this is his last ball. And there we have it.
Nick gave him a hell of a run
Gave
after
him-
a weak start.
Gave him a hard time, yeah.
Had a chance. He led up on that combo.
It was certainly fun to watch.
Great match. Okay, people, I
Yeah.
think that's it for tonight. We will see you tomorrow. This
Yeah.
is John Henderson,
Collins Newey.
Collins Newey, and we're at the Chuck Markulis Memorial at Hard Times in Sacramento.
Exciting stuff, yeah. So we're going to be going hard all weekend. So this is all day tomorrow to finish the one pocket. And then we come back on Saturday for the 9-ball tournament. That's
They're
30
liable to get 100 players.
Yeah, yeah.
in that.
I would assume we haven't had a Chuck that's had less than 120 or 130, I think, in a while. But yeah, we'll see. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Please, if you haven't already, check out our Patreon page. It's patreon.com/PostUpLiveStream. Contributions there I'm using to create action and tournaments and different ways for players to mix it up and make some money. So, yeah. Thanks again for hanging out, and I'll see you
What
guys
time
tomorrow.
tomorrow are we?
I'm going to be here at noon. I believe the tournament is starting at noon. So,
Yeah, I may be here in time. I may not, but I'll be here for as long as possible.
yeah. All right.
All
Thanks
right,
again,
thanks
guys.
again, guys. I'm
See
gonna
you
leave
later.
this stuff here.
Yeah, please. The door's